Greetings, everyone. It's time for a slightly different kind of retrospective.
Dragonball.
Why am I
/Z
here?
/GT/Kai.
See, we don't do nothing but play video games. Sometimes we watch TV instead.
Anime.
Anime, yay! Why am I here?
Because we want to piss off the subscribers.
Yes,
Okay.
because they
The only
hate
thing
you.
I've...
Because they can't stand you, Amanda.
I know. Oh well, haters gonna hate.
But anyway, yeah, we're obviously retrospectives are not just over video games or movies in general. We can cover anime, and this is pretty much the only retrospective in terms of anime I'm going to be involved in because.
What about Cowboy Bebop?
Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop, but I don't think a retrospective could do it words. To be perfectly honest,
That show's amazing.
I would just sum that up with "Go watch this now," because
Okay.
To slightly change little Ego Raptor's dialogue. That show's amazing.
yeah. It really is. Like I'm not an anime nut. I will say that now. But I got a real kick out of Cowboy Bebop. You know, visually it's amazing.
That show's amazing.
From an audio standpoint, the soundtrack just melts my ears. But this isn't about Cowboy Bebop. This is about Dragon Ball.
We'll get to Cowboy Bebop eventually.
Eventually, yes. But Dragon Ball. Good Lord, Dragon Ball.
This was fucking everywhere.
This
in the
was
90s.
everywhere back in my middle school, high school years. Because
late elementary, middle, and high.
I'm trying to remember.
This and
Before
Pokemon are why anime has any business here.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, well, in terms of what exactly we're going to cover, Dragon Ball Z and GT.
And,
Well,
what are-
and a little bit of Ball, because I have the entire series.
and I guess
no.
I'll just...
I should have rephrased that a little earlier. I meant to say like Dragon Ball, comma Z, comma GT.
What
And
are Abridged?
Kai, if there's anything else to talk about, but
In Abridged, yes.
yeah, and
Because that's the only one I watched. I only remember bits and pieces of the series. I mean, the only series I saw growing up was Z, and even then, it was only when I was at my nanny's house because at the time I didn't have Cartoon Network at my home.
I only remember seeing bits of Dragon Ball on TV. I think I remember watching the movies more than seeing the actual show. I guess I was just a little bit too stuff I do remember seeing is like Boo. So
Yeah, you were a little bit too young then for its heyday then.
For me, this is when I was at my nanny's house. This is the one I really remember, and from what I'm told, it's the worst. But it's the one where everyone apparently was turning into some sort of vampires.
Oh, Garlic Jr.
I think because all I remember was like a little girl being like,
Yeah, it's Garlic
you
Jr.
were introduced to the Garlic Jr. Saga. Oh my
God.
poor creature.
that's the one I remember. I'm sure I saw other bits and pieces, like the one with, what's the one Gohan marries later?
Videl?
Yeah, Videl. Yeah, I remember her. I remember that episode.
That's like the last episode of Z.
Oh. Well, but the Garlic Jr. was the one I mainly remember.
Obviously, your memories are a little foggy. But then again,
Yeah.
you said yourself that you're not a Dragon Ball aficionado.
It's probably going to be me and John because we're the two old
It-
guys here.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to assume that me and Ryan will have the most to talk about
Yeah.
for this retrospective. But if you guys feel free to want to share your memories or thoughts, then go right ahead. You're hearing this call for a reason.
They're mostly for Bridged.
But
Remember when the Ocean dub was the main dub, John?
I can go even further back.
Okay.
What, Gold?
With my
Harmony Gold?
Harmony Gold. It was the first time I ever. I remember that. It's a bit fuzzy, but
At 5:30 in the morning?
Yes, 5:30 in the morning. I don't remember what channel it was.
It was on before
But-
Scooby-Doo, I remember that.
It was very early in the morning. I don't know why I woke up. I don't know why I was up this early at my age.
I remember seeing it very vaguely, but...
But I turned the TV on, and here I am. I'm watching this little kid.
Zero.
Yeah, his name was Zero, and the memory is so goddamn fuzzy. But
you can still find clips of the dub online.
Yeah, you can.
they don't sell
it's-
them on DVDs anywhere.
No. They don't have
sound
license
like
anymore.
If you can find a Harmony Gold dub version of Dragon Ball, then that could be a collector's item you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on what
Is that the worst dub though?
It's the first dub.
So
Yeah.
it's the worst one.
Malaysian.
Well,
I was gonna say. I was-
wait, was it Malaysian in base? I don't think it was Malaysian in base. It was just the first English dub.
No. I was saying, he was asking worst? No, Malaysian.
Oh, Malaysia. Oh, it's just worst dub. Oh, yes, Malaysian.
okay.
You're the
I wouldn't know.
saiya-people.
But I had a hunch that it was pretty bad based on your guys' reaction whenever you say Harmony Gold. Oh, and I'm like, okay.
Well, it's hilariously bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it was the
Resident
first
Evil.
dub. It was the first time they did
This was
Dragon
before,
Ball.
and it was
So
before anime became legit here. So,
Yes.
So basically,
it
it's
had
like
Speed Racer levels of.
Sorry. So basically, it's like Resident Evil PlayStation. It's so bad, it's funny
Yeah.
Yeah, to an extent.
to an
They're
extent.
You know,
still
but
they're
they-
still
they-
taking hacksaw to it, but
It got redubbed twice for a reason.
yeah.
I don't
You know,
blame
it's
it.
just-
Then.
Wait, only
Um,
twice?
Well,
Z
no,
like 7, but
you have in terms of the original Dragon Ball, only the Harmony Gold dub exists for the English. Ocean never touched it. I don't believe, right?
no, not as far as
No.
America. Not as far as America goes.
So it was Harmony Gold and Funimation.
Yes.
Um,
No one
They
remembers
pretty
the
much covered
no one
that.
remembers the Harmony Gold.
no,
For
but
good
like
reason.
Ryan said, you can find clips of it on YouTube if you want to listen to it yourself. They called him
Okay.
Zero.
Yeah.
I don't get Zero. Where does Zero come from?
I don't know.
Diddly doo, diddly diddly doo.
Yeah, when I hear Zero, I think of Mega
The
Man
thing
X.
is, the
What?
thing is, for a dub that hacksawed the story and characters all together, they translated. Well, they tried to make an English version of Muka Fushigi Adventure.
I don't even know what that is.
That's a theme.
Me
That's a
neither.
Japanese theme song.
But it wasn't
Dragon
just like with the Harmony Gold dub. It wasn't just like Goku becoming Zero.
Oh.
Like Bulma, I'm actually reading a list here. Bulma was changed to Lena.
Yeah.
Oolong was changed to Mao Mao.
What?
Yeah.
Yamcha was changed to Zadaki. Puar was changed to Squeaker, which actually makes a bit of sense.
Yeah. considering her funny voice, yes.
Krillin was changed to Bongo.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it, Bongo head.
Bongo.
He's a bald head.
Oh my god.
Punch was changed to Marilyn.
Monroe? No.
No.
Tien Shinhan was changed to Shinto. Korin was changed to Whiskers, the Wonder Cat.
I Whiskers the Wonder Cat.
Why does that make me
Hence-
think of a cat food commercial?
Hence where the joke from Abridged comes from.
Now I get it. What the fuck?
They call me Whiskers the Wonder Cat.
It's always, after that, it's pretty much like all these.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. Wendy Lee actually was the voice of Bulma in Harmony
Yeah,
Gold.
she was.
oh.
She's in everything.
She's a fucking everything.
I kind of liked Elliot's reaction to that. Wendy Lee's in everything.
She is in everything.
She must have been
I
young
know.
when that came out, though.
Well,
Or,
considering that was 25 years ago.
This was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
jeez. Before I was born. Way before I was born.
But yeah, that's my first experience with anything Dragon Ball related. Of course,
No one likes to remember that.
Harmony Gold was so obscure because of its
Time
abysmal
slot.
time slot that it just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
It wasn't until
95, I think? 95, 96?
you see, sixth grade was when I was first introduced to Dragon Ball Z. Sixth grade.
I was about... What year was that for you, John?
Yeah, do a little math here. In 2001, I entered high school. I was in ninth grade in 2001. So
1997, 8.
around that time,
It was 96, 97 or so.
I was introduced to Dragon Ball
I was
Z.
ar-
At
I was
that
ar- I
point,
was
it
around
was
fourth
on
grade.
WB.
Yes.
Kids WB.
Kids WB, dubbed by Ocean,
Yes.
which is
I
Canada.
miss Kids WB.
And to this day, can I say, I have an enormous soft spot
Yeah.
for the Asian dub. I really...
I actually kind of like Vegeta's voice in that one when he's a villain better than Chris Sabat.
Wait, Ocean Dub is over 9,000, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Big Green.
Dub is over 9,000.
Wait, Big Green? That's Nail's name in that one?
Yes.
What is Big Green?
It's not the Ocean dub. It's the UK dub where Piccolo's nickname is Big Green.
What the hell?
Hell, man.
That
I
could
think
be.
To as we go along, but yeah, it was sixth grade when I was introduced to Dragon Ball Z.
it was third or fourth grade for me. The only reason I got into it is because my cousin thought it was good because I remember it came on right after Sailor Moon. And she was a big Sailor Moon fan, so she's like, "Hey, there's this martial arts, so you should watch it."
Yeah. No, actually, I would. No, that's actually when we go into. No, wait, it was Kids WB that I showed Sailor Moon. You're right. You're right. Yeah, it was. I was
Sailor Moon at 4. Sailor Moon at 4. Dragon Ball Z at 4:30.
Well, no, I guess your time slot was a bit different than mine because the way it aired over here was Sailor
yeah,
Moon
you're.
in
sorry.
6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning. I'd always catch an episode of Sailor Moon at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay, that was okay. You're right. That was on weekdays.
And
Yeah.
I was talking about weekends. It was in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z would come in on I think 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's where I would catch it. The first ever
episode I saw was Goku starting his journey on Snake Way. Not a good place to start.
Gotta keep going. No time to stop. I gotta keep going.
Is he gonna do anything, or is he just gonna run forever?
It was, I think, the first ever episode of Z I ever saw was when he was with Princess Snake.
Oh.
Filler.
Metal Gear. Yeah, I was
Oh
interested.
yeah, Metal Gear.
Filler. Metal
Yeah, filler.
Gear.
But to me, it was so quirky to me, and to me, I liked the visual humor that I had going for it. That I decided to, okay, let's give this a watch. It looks pretty cool. And then I was introduced to The World's Strongest.
Oh, The World's Strongest I think is the best movie.
My God, the rest is history.
The World's Strongest has the best animation.
To this day, it is my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie.
It is my favorite as well.
None. But it has to be the Ocean dub. I can watch it with Funimation's dub, and they do a fine damn job on that too. But the Ocean dub, they just get the sound direction is amazing in that version.
Yeah.
The action, the spectacle.
It's the most martial arts heavy, really.
It's all there.
Yeah.
And that was also when I was first introduced to the Japanese sound, because it's actually funny because I was already watching enough of the episodes at that point, which Ocean Dub made their own soundtrack for.
Yeah.
And then when I was watching The World's Strongest, which for some reason they left the Japanese music intact, I was getting an ounce of that soundtrack as well, and I actually thought it fit better with some of the action sequences that they animated. So
I think both soundtracks have their pluses and minuses, as far as that debate goes.
I do think. I don't think this is anything like the
Sonic CD.
argument. I think most soundtracks are just fine and dandy in themselves. Yeah, I have a little more affiliation with the Japanese soundtrack, but the stuff from the Ocean dub and a bit of Bruce Faulconer's music in the Funimation dub is fine itself. Although
Super Saiyan 3 Ascension theme.
All right, if we're going to cover soundtracks real quick, the only problem I really have with Bruce Faulconer's music is that it's a bit too synth heavy, and I don't know who was in charge of the sound direction for the Funimation dub, but they really don't know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's a bit too loud.
There's always something playing in the background. There is never silence. And to me, that's one thing that can actually enhance the mood of a particular scene. But I guess they thought American audiences will find that too boring.
Yeah.
There's
Four
always...
Kids did the same thing later on. Funimation learned from that. Again, I can forgive Funimation early on because it was, Dragon Ball Z early on.
Yeah.
Anime was still getting its footing here.
Funimation definitely improved dramatically throughout the years.
Except for the Broly movies that still suck.
What movies?
The Broly movies.
Probably.
Oh.
They did a re-release on those, did they?
What?
They never did a re-release.
Yeah, they
on
did. The movie packs.
Wait, if nobody likes Brawley, why is he in so many movies?
No. They
like
don't
Broly the character, but the movies themselves suck.
Oh.
And all the screamer music.
I hated the soundtrack of Brawley.
The American soundtrack sucks.
Awful. That heavy metal shit does not belong in that movie.
Voiced by Vic Mignogna. And yes, for all of you doubters out there, that really is Vic Mignogna. I've seen him do the voice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Vic Mignogna's Broly.
Wow, that guy's range.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And again, for the doubters out there, I have seen him live do the voice. It's him.
that don't believe it, because actually it is kind of weird. The same guy he's Edward Elric, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. That same voices this huge ass muscle man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can imagine what people have a hard time believing that, but that's what he's a voice actor for a reason.
Yeah.
Yep. Range. He has
He
it.
acts with his voice.
Indeed.
My voice gives me super strength. Literally.
Yeah.
As the episodes went on, because I really get a kick out of the Saiyan saga. Tremendously.
Goku versus Vegeta is the best fight in the series.
Yes, it is. Goku versus Vegeta. And I know that's
My second favorite is Goku Piccolo at the end of Dragon Ball, but
that is damn sad to say that in terms of fights, it peaks in the Saiyan Saga. But it was just, it was so kinetic. There was always something going on. There was little to no padding.
There was no charging the spirit bomb for 10 episodes.
It took 10
Did
episodes.
No.
did they really do that? Okay.
It took more like 3.
Oh.
What? Just for
Charging the spirit bomb.
for Frieza?
Yeah.
Jesus
it's a
Christ.
first ever spirit bomb Goku did. It only took him like
A minute or 2.
no, not a minute or 2. I would say about 5.
And that's
Jesus.
still fast by Dragon Ball Z standards.
Where he charges up, finishes, and tosses the thing in one episode.
Yeah.
You don't get that anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's just one thing that stopped me from watching Dragon Ball.
Watch Dragon
There was
Ball
a whole
watch
lot
Dragon,
of
watch Dragon Ball Z Kai.
there was a whole lot of nothing going on.
Watch Kai.
If we had to recommend you to get into Z again, Kai doesn't.
Yeah,
Getting
I
rid of
think.
shit.
Sorry, I have seen Kai, and it was the one where we actually meet Gohan, the little kid.
First episode.
What?
The first episode.
Yeah, and it seemed to go fast
Yeah,
for
they
me.
they cut out all the bullshit.
Thank God.
Guy removed a lot of filler, and I greatly appreciate that. I'll still go back and watch
The original, yeah.
cuts just for the nostalgia's sake. But if I just want to get my Dragon Ball Z fill, I will most likely watch Kai.
Would you say that Kai is the best version of the show, or
Arguable.
Well,
There are scenes that are better because it's a bit slower. But there's scenes that are better because it's faster, so it really just kind of depends on which scene.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, yeah, it depends. Like maybe.
And to be
like,
honest,
people-
part of the problem is that they used all the original animation and just recut it up. So, and obviously, in certain animation parts, it's not designed to cut that way.
it's
yeah.
they some of their touch-up jobs leave a lot to be desired, because there are some points where you can tell it's the original cut, and then they recolor
Parts
some
of
of
it.
it. It looks like a fucking Flash animation.
Yeah.
Blue Popo?
No, that's the 4Kids version.
But
I haven't even seen that, but yeah.
My
It
cross counterpart.
on one end, Kai cuts the bullshit and gets you right into where you watch Dragon Ball Z 4, the action. On the other side, though, some people can take the filler as character development.
Yeah, like the Gohan training with Piccolo before the Saiyans start.
Yes, in that
Do
whole,
they cut out most of that in
Yes.
Kai?
they cut that entire thing.
Which I do miss, because that gives a lot of character development to Gohan.
Yeah, it
Piccolo.
does Gohan coming of age a lot better than just 6 months later.
It's like, wait, what happened in those 6 months? I want to know.
6 months later, Piccolo suddenly cares.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think they. No, actually, they did cut that out, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Oh, I gotta.
So, like I said, there are some things you're missing from Kai, but if you just want to get into it, Kai's where you want to start.
Yeah. It helped, let me put it that way. For me.
But getting back to beginnings here, as the episodes went on, and I watched the Vegeta saga, and then I saw that annoyingly padded out fake Namek saga.
Yeah.
So now, right, the green guys.
At this point, I was exposed to Dead Zone, and I was exposed to Tree of Might, and at that point,
also known as the only other two good, decent Dragon Ball Z movies.
well, but I still have a soft spot for some of the others, as we'll get down.
A few. Yeah.
But at that point, I was completely.
Where's History of Trunks in my movie pack funny?
They omitted that from the movie pack?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
It's one of the best ones.
It's debatable, but I agree that it's stupid that they omitted it.
Yeah.
But anyway, by that point, by the time we got to the Namek saga, and because back then in Kids WB, I don't know what the whole deal was with Ocean Dub having certain rights.
When you buy an anime, you only buy the rights to anime. You're buying certain episodes.
Yes.
For broadcast. This is why Funimation doesn't have anything for Fairy Tail past like Box 4, because they only bought that certain number of episodes so far.
Because just for clarification for the audience that may not know what we're talking about, back in the Ocean Dub,
They stopped when they got landed on real Namek.
landed on Namek and he wiped out Raccoon. And no, that's it. He stopped at Raccoon
Cool.
because it wasn't until Funimation where he actually fights Jace or Birder
Yeah.
in U-Force. And after that, just loop back to the beginning of the Saiyan.
They
And
did-
for a while,
They did that for like 3 years.
well, yeah, it just kept looping over and over again.
So you just watched the same 200 episodes for 3 years?
The same
it was-
50 episodes.
Oh,
was-
Jesus.
And for the longest time, I'm like wondering,
When are they going to go further?
going to go further into the Namek saga, and
Not until Funny got it.
until Funimation took over it,
Yeah,
and that's when they started airing it on Toonami.
Yep, Toonami.
Ah.
But by this point, I'm completely.
Down you're cutting out.
I love the action. I love the art. I like the art direction. I'm just falling in love with it. There was even a point where I made these comics.
Get your your guilty hidden past out of the way, John.
Okay, well, I used to make these comic books that were enormous Dragon Ball Z ripoffs. You know, it was during my fan character kind of phase.
The Mary Sue's.
Before fan fiction came out.
There was these graphic novels that I always bought, like the Spiral Notebook for, and I just it made great practice. I was drawing. I made a lot of these novels, but then after a while, I just started forgetting about it. But Dragon Ball Z left that much of an impact on me that I just wanted. I wanted something to fill the gap until they got to Namek, so I just started making all these other what ifs or these new characters introduced. It was completely all that Mary Sue kind of shit.
It's
But-
Brian, the
yeah.
Super Namekian.
Hey, we all go through that.
Yes,
I love that flash animation.
So then, I remember when Adult Swim was first announced, and I think it was 2000 or 2001 or 19. I don't remember.
Late 90s, I think.
And here I thought, I don't know why, but my mind interpret that as they're going to show more Dragon Ball Z. Because I don't maybe I was reading too deep into some of these things or sneak peeks or teasers they were teasing us with that, Dragon Ball Z is premiering on. There we go. That's what it was. It was the fact that Dragon Ball Z was appearing on Toonami that got me hyped that they were going to start showing more episodes. But they didn't at first. They began with the Ocean dub again.
No. Well, they redubbed it, but
No, they didn't redub it until after the season box sets came out.
oh right.
So that here I was thinking, come on, and then finally they announced it. They're continuing on with the series.
Why does
And
everyone sound different?
Squealed like a bitch. Saying that, finally, they're continuing on with the Namek saga.
Yay.
Nation,
Yeah.
and so I was a confused 12-year-old kid.
Why is everyone
That's
sound
how-
different?
That's exactly how I felt with Pokemon when all of a sudden.
Vegeta,
what the fuck?
when did your ball suddenly drop?
What the hell? Why does Ash have a cold?
I will say now, during the beginning,
John, you're having some connection issues.
am I coming in like choppy?
No, you're
You'll
like-
fade out for like 5 seconds.
You sound like you get
He does
abducted
the
or something.
Ryan thing.
I do the Ryan thing.
Yeah.
Do the Ryan with me. Come on.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, you sound like you're like, I don't know, like something is covering your mic and then for a few minutes and then you come back.
This always seems to happen when we're doing retrospectives.
Maybe your mic's like, no, not that shit again.
Anyway, go on, John.
Anyway,
You're,
what I
Ocean.
can.
Squealing like a bitch.
Squealing
You
like
are.
a bitch. But I will say right now, I couldn't fucking stand the Funimation dub.
At first.
Because back then, they were just shamelessly trying to mimic the Ocean dub. Sean Shamel was trying to imitate his name was Peter something, the surfer guy.
Yeah. Chris Sabat was trying to imitate Ryan Drummond and God, who was Piccolo?
Ryan Drummond was in Dragon Ball? See?
Ryan Drummond.
Brian.
Not Sonic, a different guy.
Oh, Brian with a B.
Yes.
it's not Ryan Drummond. He's my original character, Brian Drummond.
They're two different people.
We swear to God.
But yeah, back then they were just shamelessly trying to copy them, and I
Mm.
wasn't like, I was like, what? guys,
Yeah.
if you're not going to think of a new interpretation of the character, don't shamelessly mimic what was there before.
I like Scott McNeil's Piccolo, who was also Hohenheim in the original FMA dub. Yeah. But yeah, that was confusing.
But so yeah, there was it wasn't just a new dub though. There was a new soundtrack. There was and they were a little more loose with the editing because we got blood this time.
A little
Holy
bit.
shit.
Now that started when the first animation dub episode aired. That episode I was finally waiting for. They started with a recap of what was before, and suddenly I was seeing scenes that I initially saw in the Ocean dub unedited. So suddenly Vegeta, huh?
Suddenly, Vegeta.
Yeah.
Blood on his face, and Raccoon looks awful. They're like, hey, wow, they really fucked him up. But
Hi.
not only am I getting a new dub, but I'm also getting a dub that's also a little more loose with the editing. So we got blood this time.
Because it has cable TV.
Yeah, cable TV. Granted, they still didn't. They edited out the really graphic stuff. Still,
Raditz getting punched in the gut.
Ooh.
no. Punch in the gut wasn't touched at all.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, even when Funimation did go and dub it themselves, it took a while before even that got completely unedited.
I believe so, but to me, nothing ever got as bad as. It was one episode of the Ocean dub. This was actually during the fill part where Yamcha, Tien, and Piccolo were training in King Kai's planet. There is a slow motion moment where Yamcha delivers a clear-cut punch to Piccolo's face, and they added this yellow. What's the best way to describe it? Like the little splash.
Yeah.
You see in '60s Batman. Man, how? Imagine that without the word, and they just used that to cover Piccolo's face getting hit.
What?
A good 4 seconds. I was like, oh my god, that looks terrible. That's the worst kind of edit they ever did, because other than that, Ocean Dub would usually censor direct physical contact with like a split-second white flash.
Yeah.
Which got really distracting in the trailer.
Strobe effect.
Yeah.
I'm blind. Strobe light.
After that, after I got used to Funimation's dub, it didn't take me very long, to be honest.
Yeah. Ultimately, they just did a better job.
Yes, and I would say now, to me, the Funimation dub is the dub now.
Yeah.
Especially like in the later seasons, and especially Kai.
Yeah.
Finally,
well, Kai's still a bit weird to me.
No, I think.
Well, just because, Gohan and Frieza, they were those same voices for so long, just having them be different is just a bit odd.
I
what?
I like Gohan's voice in Kai more than the original. I didn't like. No offense to the actress that plays Gohan during the beginning of the Funimation dub and all the way up until the end of the Cell Saga, but I thought she made a terrible Gohan. It was too raspy. I hated it.
But what about Old Lady Frieza?
No,
I like Old Lady Frieza.
No, I was actually going to get to that, where I don't know if it's changed in Kai, but I do remember Frieza in the...
Frieza sounds like a dude now.
Well, oh, okay. Well, I'm saying in the old one, when it would be all...
Old Lady Frieza.
Yeah, it would make my throat quiver because I couldn't stand it, because it hurt my ears, and it would make my throat quiver because if I were to talk like that, my throat would hurt after that. It's like I would have to get immense water. So whenever I heard that voice, I'm like, oh, no, I can't.
What exactly the voice direction for the Ocean was back then, but they had to clearly base that voice off over the fact that Frieza looks like he's wearing lipstick.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, this character has lipstick. He's obviously a woman.
Yeah.
Just a
I do admit, I thought it was a girl too.
very feminine man, but his speech mannerism,
Yeah.
classic. But did they tell anybody in the Ocean dub that, or they just based his voice off appearances?
Most times back then, they didn't have much of the script.
backstory.
Didn't they just have to sort of make up their own script a lot of the time?
Well, they had people who spoke Japanese to try to write a script for them.
Ah, Jesus.
Well,
No, it wasn't quite Samurai Pizza Cat's level of script writing.
Oh, jeez. I'd never seen that, so I wouldn't know.
Basically,
they were never given the script, and the
Oh,
people working for
no.
the company didn't speak Japanese, so they just had to watch it and just try and come up with the story as they went.
Jesus, no.
That's terrible.
Improv, great.
Hey, it came out fine.
apparently the U.S. version of Samurai Pizza Cats is considered better than the Japanese one.
Yeah, because they're making fun. It's a comedy show.
Oh, wow.
So
And the
take that
Cats.
however you want to, I guess.
Oh, my God.
Well, we at this point, we're finally getting everything that we wanted for so long, and I remember at this point I was doing some research on the internet because after the Funimation dub took over, and we were finally getting more and more episodes, and after.
Yeah, my friend had an imported version, had an import copy of the Dragon Ball GT Final Bout for the PlayStation.
I did too. It was a birthday gift I got from my uncle, along with the Goldfinger. It's this little thing that you attach to the back of your PlayStation 1, and it came with this spring that you inserted. So it fucked with the disc reader and allowed to play Japanese.
John, your connection's getting real bad.
All right, you know what? Let's pause here, so
Okay.
I can go over my laptop.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Diddly-diddly-diddly-do.
Let's go to the lobby.
Let's go to the lobby.
And
buy
Let's
ourselves a
sell
treat.
some snacks. Whatever.
Yeah. One. All right, we're back. Sorry about
So
that.
as I was saying before Skype fucked me in the ass, what was I saying?
Something about a Goldfinger.
Yes, that was a good James Bond movie.
Goldfinger.
Finger, the man with the Midas touch.
Oh, Tina Turner.
Was that Tina Turner?
I think so.
Oh no, I don't think it was Tina Turner. But anyway,
whatever.
that's a completely different subject matter. Yeah, it was pretty much the Goldfinger allowed me to play Japanese imports and Dragon Ball
GT.
Final Bout. No, back then it was just called
Just
Dragon Ball Final Bout. It wasn't called GT until it was
Later.
brought over to America.
Well, that's because Dragon Ball is just considered one consecutive thing in Japan, isn't it?
The manga.
Yeah, in the manga, it's
It's just called Dragon
It's
Ball,
just
but even
called
the
Dragon
show is
Ball.
called Dragon Ball Z and GT and stuff.
yeah. So that that's when I started getting into the whole video game side of Dragon Ball.
All of them
Before-
suck. All of them suck until you get to Budokai.
Yeah, it's like you really don't waste your time with anything before Budokai.
Well, Ultimate Battle 22 is okay
I didn't really like it.
if you're that curious, but
I've never played any of the Dragon Ball Z games. Or Dragon Ball Z games.
Budokai 1's pretty good. 2 and 3 is the best Dragon Ball Z
3 is the
game, I
best
think.
one. Yes, if you're gonna play a Dragon Ball Z game, play Budokai 3.
Okay.
Tenkaichi is a nice attempt to mix things up a bit, but
I don't like
But isn't
Tenkaichi.
3 just Budokai 2 with more characters?
pretty much.
More characters and a refined engine.
Okay, well,
I think anyway.
Yeah.
I could.
well
be
that still makes it better, so...
yes.
Let me put it this way: not only is it a good Dragon Ball Z game, it's a generally good fighting game.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, as soon as Funimation took over, that's when
We were
things
already
really started.
We were already seeing like Super Saiyan 4 and Pan and other
Yeah,
things creep out
I was
online.
actually going to say as the
confused
Frieza
as well.
saga was going along its business, I was really the big Dragon Ball guy. So downtown from where I lived, and I mentioned this place before, it was a place called Quakerhead, with a Japanese import store.
Yeah, my friend
and
of
that's
mine had a
when-
Japanese import store around here as well, so he
Yeah.
got I got a poster of adult Gohan and Gotenks 5 years before they even showed up here.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of things. This is also where I started becoming the big internet junkie, and because we know as hard as it was to believe back then, what was new.
Dial up.
what was new to me in 99, 2000, and 2001 was already released in Japan back in like
94.
94. And I was like, oh, wow, really? So then one Christmas, my uncle bought me 3 Japanese Dragon Ball Z movies. They weren't released in America yet. This was the Super Android 13. It was cool. It was Cooler and the Return of Cooler. So I watched the hell out of those, and I got it was new Dragon Ball Z material. I was like, oh, this is great.
Super 13 sucks.
I liked it. Not
I
so
like
much
him in his country accent.
Well, English dub is a completely different story. But I love it just for that final shot where Goku absorbs the spirit bomb, and his teeth, like everything's showing.
Sparking.
So I watched those movies, and then I found out about the Japanese import store downtown from my house. So that's when I was first exposed to Boo. Because the tapes they sold were the death of Majin Buu, so I was pretty much watching the final parts and where Goku annihilated Buu with the Spirit Bomb.
The only time it works, by the way.
Well,
not counting movies.
No, it barely works in movies either. Off the top of my head. Oh no, he used it to kill Turles in Tree of Might.
Yeah.
Then there's not Lord Slug.
No, he doesn't, Lord Slug.
Does he, Lord Slug?
Sun, magical the sun, destroy my enemies.
Thank you. You're right. But
is it bad that that's how I prefer the movies now?
Well, look, if you Abridged series is a fantastic Abridged series, the best Dragon Ball Z Abridged series you're ever gonna get. But at the same time, it does a really good job summarizing the show.
Yeah.
Like, you could watch the entire Abridged series, and you still get a decent understanding of how Dragon Ball Z works.
Yeah, Krillin still dies all the time. Goku has to save the day, but he's none too bright.
Piccolo's pretty much a straight man.
Well, Piccolo and Gohan
really
are pretty much a straight man.
Popo.
Well, and Guru.
And Super Kami Guru. You're right.
Nappa wasn't exaggerated that much. they just made him more quotable.
But
I can't take Popo and Guru seriously now.
I really cannot either. Not Popo anymore. Guru, maybe I can ignore it, but Popo, no. But like
clean that up.
The early 2000s to mid 2000s, I was just in this incredible Dragon Ball Z high.
Me too, because me and my friend were looking shit up all the time.
And it wasn't just watching all the latest episodes. My brother Mark was also really into it, and if it wasn't just being amazed by the episodes or all the fast, action-packed shit that was going on, we were ripping on episode elements. Like all the filler after
Garlic Jr.
Garlic Jr. Saga, new asshole. The filler between like during the 10-day period. When Cell announces the tour,
where they're just chilling.
They're just chilling, and I was like, "What's going on?"
And General Tao shows up, even though Dragon Ball 1 hadn't been the original series. And everybody's just like, who the hell's this guy?
No one watched Dragon Ball.
I swear that filler makes sense if you watch Dragon Ball.
It was pretty awesome stuff, and even though I state that the Saiyan saga is the best saga in terms of just getting straight to get to the point, would you? It's the Saiyan saga. But that's not to say I didn't have my fun with Frieza, Cell,
and the androids.
I'm not going to say Boo because Boo did bore me.
It had its moments, but
those moments are so far between.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much padding and unnecessary
the incredible fighting candy.
Which we should be corrected on that. We initially stated, the initial the amazing fighting candy is not. It does happen in the manga, but it's still fucking filler, ladies and gentlemen. Why are we watching a candy beat up Boo?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's humorous, but why is this here?
You wasted so much of my time.
No, that's the anime.
Oh.
Yeah, I just
The manga, it's
I
only
don't
like
get
one
that.
chapter.
I just don't get that logic. Just because it's in the manga doesn't mean that it's not filler. It was filler there too.
It's just not as fillery as the
No,
anime?
it's still filler.
Genie.
No, I'm saying it's not as long as the filler in the anime.
It's still
It
filler.
still has no reason to be there.
Okay.
Spends an entire episode as that fucking thing.
Lesser of two evils, I'm just saying. I haven't seen it, but I'm just, from what I'm hearing, lesser of two evils. Which would you
Right.
rather have?
I guess, but still.
And unfortunately, I think my Dragon Ball Z hype ended around after the World Tournament Saga, actually, which was also filler.
Yes.
Pretty much after filler.
But it also introduced us to Pycon. I have a soft spot for Pycon.
You mean not Piccolo?
Not Piccolo, obviously. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Too bad he never does anything.
Then as soon as Boo was introduced, it took me a lot out of me to watch because
So slow.
what's going on?
I
It's
mean,
like-
yeah, Gohan being Great Saiyan is kind of funny for an episode or two, but
Get on with it, in other words.
yeah.
Get on with it, the saga.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the best way I can describe it. And then after that, I just stopped. I stopped caring for a while. Now, I still go back and watch the old stuff all the time. Really,
Super Saiyan 3 episode is awesome, even if it's just an entire episode of him charging up.
I'm gonna have to disagree. It's because he takes the entire episode charging up that I don't care about that episode.
But the music is so awesome.
Well, then listen to the music on the website. Or wherever.
I still like that episode for some reason.
Well, look, it'll never be nothing will ever be as bad as the fucking planet Namek.
Charging up the Spirit Bomb.
No, not trying to get the spirit bomb. The planet fucking exploding.
I don't know, you have two minutes left?
The muffin? The muffin button?
No.
This is do you know what a minute is?
Yes, because I don't
I
think
don't think that you do.
Yeah.
I've counted from the beginning that he announces 5 minutes. That's how long you have. It takes 19 episodes.
Oh my god.
Wait,
For the
really?
planet-
Yes.
19 episodes for the planet to explode.
Okay, hold on. 20
20
minutes
minutes.
an episode times 9. Oh fuck, I can't do math.
Around 400 minutes.
Oh my god. The planet should have exploded by then.
380.
6 hours. 6.5 hours.
Yeah, Frieza can't do time.
Let me get my box set just to make sure I'm accurate here because I could be wrong on that one. That's right.
AKA 76 intervals of 5 minutes.
The point is longer than 5 minutes. But
Not 5
76
minutes.
times longer than 5 minutes.
You even know what a minute is? Because I don't think you do.
Yeah, that makes that joke even funnier now.
And Abridged gets there in like less than 20.
it summed it up in one episode.
That's sad. But right.
The episode's 3 parts long, but still it's one episode.
I know.
Yeah,
They did-
alright.
They did have the 3 parts all clipped in together on their website.
Yeah.
They just released it staggered so that they can get more hype because it's the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the surprising ending with Frieza being still alive, and I felt like it was a total Star Wars moment.
It is a Star Wars.
It is a
I
Star
knew
Wars
it.
moment.
I knew it. I knew
In
it.
your anger, you killed him. No.
All right, let me. All right, I might have been a little incorrect, but it's still pretty bad. Let me see.
It's at least 10 episodes.
The name of the episode is Namek's Destruction. That's when he throws the ball into the core.
Yeah.
Then there's episode. Let me see. 1, 2. Would you count the episode where he throws the ball?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it depends. I think, yeah, he throws it early on in the episode, so I'll count it.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh, jeez.
8, 9, 10. 10 episodes. All right, I was wrong with 19, but 10. 10 episodes.
200 episodes,
200 minutes.
3.5 hours.
I think it's safe to assume that's longer than 5 minutes. Am I right?
Yep.
The math's a little bit tricky, but I think that's a good guess.
That's a good guess. Yeah, I suck at math.
My math might be off here.
Comment section,
Hey.
fact checked.
Oh
I
god, no.
appreciate it.
No.
I don't think it ever gets that bad in the rest of the series. Now, granted, there are moments where it gets pretty fucking close. Not in terms of episode length,
But
in
how
terms-
slow it feels.
in terms of the subject matter of what exactly is going on. I think the second worst thing to happen in terms of padding it out was the final Kamehameha blast between Gohan and Cell.
At least that was
Right.
only in one episode.
But the episode before that is just Cell charging up the Kamehameha wave.
True.
So what do
That-
they just do? Do they just stand there for
They
an
just-
episode?
they just stand there. It's like,
There.
we should do something.
Should we do
Do
something?
something.
We
We
should
should
do
do
something.
something.
Should we do something?
Big.
Prepare to die.
I want to charge up, you just sit there and let me. I want to transform, you just sit there
There
and
and
let
let
me.
me. They're probably gonna.
Congratulations.
They're probably gonna bring that joke back when they get to
Yeah,
Cell.
leave it up to Bridge, man, to hit all the fucking points in the head.
I didn't even really watch Dragon Ball Z, and I still love Abridged.
Yeah, I know, right? No, when I first watched it, I was laughing so hard, almost as hard as I was on the shadow part. And then I was talking to Ryan, saying, "Is it bad that I wish this was kind of, official?" And he's like, "No, everyone wishes it kind of official." Because it made sense to me. I'm like, dude, I love this series now.
Some of those people do have enough talent to be like professional voice actors, I think.
Well, Lanny Patora
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Annie
Love
Patora
this.
always has all the best parts, though. Him and
I did like Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged.
Oh, I need to see that.
Haiku poems with Hiei.
isn't Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged isn't Yu Yu Hakusho the show just Dragon Ball Z again?
Sort of.
Sort of. I've heard. So I've heard. At some point. Again, bits and that.
Another time, perhaps.
I pretty much just like this. I've been pretty much just focusing on myself for this entire retrospective so far. Ryan, I know you're probably even bigger Dragon Ball.
Ooh, yes.
I've seen.
Nerd
the
battle.
fi-
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay,
I've
to
seen
prove my nerddom, I have Vegeta's Japanese voice actor signature on my Dragon Ball Z Season 1 box.
That reaches pretty much an 8 on the nerdum scale. What were your first? How were you introduced to Dragon Ball? Or
Ocean dub on the kids WB.
yeah, okay, it's pretty much the same as I.
Over 9,000.
What, 9,000? There's no way
Wait,
that
that couldn't be right. Janet!
Janet!
Oh,
that it's right.
or I like the abridged where it's like, it's.
1,006.
Oh. And
Really?
then it's like, oh, wait, it was over 9,000.
Rah.
Rah, right, rah. I love that part, though. Rah.
Do you know what the funny thing is? Even the actors know about the joke, because when I got Chris Sabat to sign, again, the same box, Chris Sabat signed it, because it's Vegeta on it, he put, it's over 9,000, Chris Sabat. And then later when I got Rio's voice, I think that's his name, he speaks enough English that he could tell it was Chris Sabat who signed it, and it was over the over 9,000 jokes. He's like, oh, over 9,000. So yes, even they know the jokes.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I love it when they are. It's always a good thing to laugh at yourself when you are.
Didn't they get
Yeah.
Sean Chamel to say muffin button one time?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
They even got Dan Green to say some of the things from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
As far as they're completely cool with it, isn't it? As long as it's non-profit, I'd imagine.
Yeah, as long as it's not
Yeah.
profit, they really don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, so you were pretty much into. All right, I know because we really haven't really covered the original Dragon Ball that well. Because to be honest, the original Dragon Ball,
It's such a different tone.
it's very different. Yes, because I grew
And
up,
I love them
I grew up
both.
with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I mean, I love them both. I'll just always kind of like Z a bit more because it's just what I grew up with.
Yeah.
I went about a year ago, I think. I took the time to try to get more into anime because
Fairy Tail.
Culture?
Because
I don't
Fairy
know.
Pokemon.
Tail, that's why.
Yeah, but the first thing I tried to watch was original Dragon Ball, and I got like up to halfway through Red Ribbon Army before real life kicked me in the ass.
Red Ribbon Army stalls a bit, though.
But I really did enjoy what I watched. It's just, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, this is when Toriyama was still mostly doing gaggish stuff with martial arts thrown in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, one of the things that, and again, for a kid, Dragon Ball Z supplied everything: flashy colors, high energy action. That's all a kid really needed, really. Dragon Ball was more common. It was more comedic.
Yes.
With martial arts thrown in, as you said, Ryan. And to me, it took a while for me to get into, because I had to change my mindset.
You shouldn't be expecting, at least not until, the time skip when Goku's an adult.
I shouldn't be expecting energy beams every episode. I shouldn't be expecting a martial arts action every episode. No, this one is more story driven. Has a hell of a lot more character development than anything that follows it. And to be honest, though, that you're asking a lot from me, because Dragon Ball Z just did just these things completely differently. It's pretty much you're almost watching a completely different anime.
In a way, yes.
And I'll say now that I like Z more than the original, but only because
it's what I grew up with.
It's what I grew up. Yeah, it's nostalgia, and
because Dragon Ball originally is a perfectly good show.
Yes, but in terms of what entertains me, Z does it better than Ball for me, regular Dragon Ball. And I have to be in a complete. It's actually the same kind of mindset I have when I want to play like a game like Super Metroid compared to Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time, I have to be in a certain mood to play.
They're both very, very good. Just they're very different.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's the same thing.
Better than GT.
Well, yes. Not like that's hard.
Are we ignoring GT, or do we have to
we'll get to
face the pink elephant in the room?
We're saving GT for last for a reason.
For later, anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to enjoy this since I've never seen it. Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
From what I hear, yes.
Okay.
But I mean, I really do like Dragon Ball. It's a really good show, and it has a lot of good comedy in it.
I was actually I was visiting my friends in Pittsburgh about a few years ago, and I'm actually going back at the end of this year for New Year's. The Borders bookstore in that one of the malls was closing down was going out of business, so everything in the store was like 80% off.
Yeah.
And they had those mega
the big packs. Yeah, that's the version of the manga I have.
Yeah, I actually bought the first 2 volumes of that, and it was Dragon Ball, and.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty decent read.
Yeah, it is.
In fact, if I were to recommend you a version of Dragon Ball to experience, it'd probably be the original manga. Because the anime in itself also kind of suffers from filler, in a sense.
Yeah, well, because it's not so action-packed, the filler feels even slower.
Yes. It kind of dragged for me. I think that's another problem I had with the original Dragon Ball, is that it dragged. In addition to already being of a slower pace than Dragon Ball Z, it also, that slow pace also had a bit of padding in itself.
That also has a bit to do with Dragon Ball not being quite as big in Japan yet, so it didn't quite get the budget, and B, it's 80s anime.
How long did it take for the anime to come out after the manga was introduced?
I believe Dragon Ball came out in 84 in Japan, and the anime didn't come out until 86, 87.
Yeah. Because Dragon Ball, from the research I've done, in manga, it was huge.
It's the One Piece surpassed it, but during its run, it was the most popular manga ever.
Yes. So
worldwide, I think Dragon Ball still makes more money than One Piece, but
I think that's safe to assume, without doing any proper research. But yeah.
To put it this way. Whenever they reference an action show or cartoon or whatever in Japan, they reference Dragon Ball Z. Because everyone knows it, even if they've never seen it.
It's referencing Looney Tunes or
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Even if you've never seen it, you still know what happened in it.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball in itself is what Western audiences immediately think of when they hear the word anime.
Either that or Pokemon, I think. Actually,
Sailor
probably
Moon.
Dragon Ball more than Pokemon.
Dragon Ball more than Pokemon.
Yeah, I
Some
would
others
definitely say
Sailor
Dragon
Moon.
Ball.
Well, when they think Pokemon, they think more games.
I'm
Yeah.
not talking about I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about mom and pop.
Oh.
You know, it's either two animes they think of: Dragon Ball or Speed Racer.
Yes, depending on the age.
Actually,
Maybe Astro Boy, if you're lucky.
my father only sees them as cartoons because I don't know. He doesn't really see the difference between anime and cartoons.
My parents were a little more knowledgeable in the fact that they know there's a difference between a Western cartoon and an Eastern cartoon. But every time I mention the word anime, their mind immediately jumps to Dragon Ball. And how could you not? It was so influential on so many things.
So big at the time.
Yeah, and
Well-
you know,
Not,
it was
not only in Japan, just everywhere else.
everywhere.
It's still shown on Latin American TV.
Yeah, it really
they
is.
had Kai. And Kai did well, so it's not just like a nostalgia thing. New kids like this stuff. So, yeah. Like I think they keep on showing reruns even after Kai ended. I mean, even before
Toonami
Kai
was
came out,
Toonami
right?
was rerunning Dragon Ball Z for years.
Yes, they really were. I don't know exactly when they stopped, if they ever did. Yeah, they had to have.
They did like the last 2 years because they realized they just couldn't keep doing it,
Yeah,
I mean,
and then it died,
and then it died.
and then it came
And then-
back again.
How is the new going kind of off topic? But is new Toonami still like not dead?
It's
I
still
don't know.
there, but
It's
the
still there?
first two shows they show every Saturday night are Naruto and Bleach.
Can we just get this out of the way? Can our audiences expect any sort of other, maybe a Naruto retrospective?
no,
Of Bleach?
I'm not gonna. I will never
Well, I mean,
be there.
I could, but
I wouldn't be able to.
Uh,
Can I just say that?
me and Ted could do Fairy Tale, but
I need to catch up on Fairy Tale, and on my bucket list is One Piece, but don't expect that for a really long time.
I have never, ever had any interest in Naruto.
Nope.
Naruto sucks and Bleach sucks. Well, okay, scratch that. Bleach was good for a little while, and then it fell off a cliff.
How steep is this cliff?
90 degrees.
Like Wile E. Coyote.
Okay, how about
Yes.
this, Ryan? What is worse, Naruto or Bleach?
Naruto. I'm
Really?
gonna take a guess. that
Naruto.
bad?
I would say Naruto. Bleach at
No.
least has a few original ideas here and there.
No, the only funny thing I will give Naruto some credit is to breaking me in to not be grossed out by animated blood.
Dragon Ball Z has more blood.
I never saw Dragon Ball Z in the past. Like, I didn't see the violent stuff.
I remember
I meant-
watching Naruto when it first came on.
Believe it.
I know I got through like a full arc. And I just got tired of the.
I couldn't have done it without the rower.
I kept seeing it. They kept showing
hell is
that.
Yes, you could.
No, it's
So
weird.
Little
'cause I
Karibo does
remember-
it is on Naruto Abridged.
No,
on
I
the side.
remember. I remember actually when I was first watching Naruto. I remember actually being ashamed of what I was watching, because I had TiVo at the time. So when my mom came into the room to ask me something, I would pause the screen, and I would never do that for any other show because I didn't want to. I think subconsciously I knew that this wasn't a very good show.
Not even for My Little Pony, Ted.
I
don't-
was actually just about to say the very same thing.
But you
My-
feel
Not so much. I wouldn't say it's shame because I actually was enjoying what I was watching, but I'd pause it or hide the window as soon as somebody walked into my room.
I can see that. I can see that. Cover the screen, Johnny. What are you watching? Nothing. I'm watching nothing. You saw
Porn,
nothing.
porn, I'm watching porn.
Go away. Let me finish.
Let me finish. Yeah.
You'd rather admit to watching porn than My Little Pony?
Well, for guys like Johnny,
What would make more sense for a 25-year-old man?
Porn.
Yes. There you go.
Well, there is Pat from Two Best Friends who watches My Little Pony, and I don't know how old he
Anyway,
is.
back to the topic on hand.
Dragon
Sorry.
Ball.
You're right. Drop it.
Dragon Ball. Yamcha dies.
A lot.
A lot.
A
Yamcha's
lot.
pretty fucking.
Didn't he only die one time?
No, he died twice. He dies twice.
He's-
Krillin and Chaozu die the most at 5 times.
Jesus. Although I did like Abridged with the one when Krillin dies, he was like, like whatever the hell.
I love the Tekken parody. I don't know who you are, but I will find you, and you will kill me.
Oh, I need to see that.
You actually do a good Krillin, Ryan.
Really? You think so? Nah. Really? You think so?
now that he's trying to get into it, he can't do it.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think
So,
I think my favorite though was when they were talking about when they saw Frieza for the first time and he was calling him a fag, and then Gohan's like, Krillin, what?
What? Freaky alien genotype.
Oh,
I think I said.
I thought you were using
That thing's a guy?
yeah. I thought you were using the slang. I just love that. That thing's a guy. Like, oh my god.
So,
Sorry.
where do you stand on Dragon Ball Z nowadays? Because
I mean,
nowadays, when I watch the series, either through Kai or
the original.
the season box sets, me and my brother Mark now watch it for a completely different reason, to riff on everything we've watched back then.
I mean, overall, it's still good. I'm not going to say, we were just stupid kids and we just like, guys punching each other. It's
Although
still,
many people would disagree.
I mean, ultimately, it's still a good show. But there are plenty of better anime out there.
Well, Maggie. No.
But I mean, for kids and teens, it's great.
Yes.
Oh, then
yes,
no.
it is.
And it does what it's trying to do very well.
I will agree. I will damn agree.
It's not like Naruto or Bleach where it's taking itself so goddamn seriously all the time.
Well, I don't like it. I
It's
can't-
because I mean it takes itself seriously in that, oh no, this guy's gonna blow up the planet, we've got to stop him. But for the most part, it's just, hey, there's a bad guy, he's trying to destroy the world, just stop him. Okay, punch.
and then someone dies.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
You don't.
And
get
too
that-
much explaining.
You don't get like as mega popular as DBZ did without having some layer of quality to you. Because things like get this popular because there has to be some redeeming factor if it gets this big,
Yes.
Yeah, I will agree. You said One Piece
One Piece
was just as or more popular?
One Piece technically has sold more copies than Dragon Ball in Japan.
Didn't it also run longer though?
It's still running, yes, and it's longer.
It's still running, I believe.
Oh my
Chapter
I don't
six-
even watch
600
One Piece, and I
I
can't.
don't even.
Chapter 690 something right now.
I don't
How
even
many
know.
chapters was Dragon Ball?
523.
523. Okay, so it just makes sense that if you run longer, it'll.
Really?
No, but I mean, in generally, every time a new volume comes out, it breaks records in
Oh,
Japan.
great.
Damn.
So I mean, not only is it just running longer, it's selling better.
What would you say is the better constructed anime?
Anime or manga?
Or okay, just
Is-
concept in general. Is One Piece better constructed in terms of characters, world building, all that shit?
Generally, I would say so.
Okay. Because I get
Because Toriyama unfortunately has a problem with forgetting what he wrote beforehand.
You don't wing it, as Johnny said. You should write.
He forgot
Make a plot.
he forgot Launch existed after Z started. Let's see, he forgot Radix existed when he was help writing the Bardock movie.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
You forgot who existed?
Raditz.
That's the point.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's the point.
That poor asshole.
I hate all of you.
Bahu, Doris, no!
None
Stop.
of that.
Shame on you.
Of all the stupid
Did
asinine.
Nobody likes the episode of Bardock.
I love.
Well,
I
I mean,
love
no,
the
we like
abridged
the
version,
abridged,
though.
but no one actually
Yeah,
likes
the bridge was great.
No one likes the actual episode of Bardock.
Yeah, I just love that part where it's like, hey, what year
Isn't
is
that
this?
the newest Dragon Ball Z thing
Well,
that came out?
Dragon
though?
Ball.
Technically, yes. Not well when the movie comes out in March
Well,
in Japan.
there's
but
episode of Bardock, and then there's that new one that came out.
the movie that's coming out in Japan in March.
No. I'm talking. Wait, there's a Bardock movie coming out?
No. The new Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh no. I was just talking about Bardock.
Well, there was Return of Son Goku in 2008.
So, in terms of the movies itself, though, if you had to like pick your favorite ones, I think I already said earlier that
The
World's Strongest.
World's Strongest, Bardock, and History of Trunks, I think, are the three best ones.
World's Strongest. Looking at my collection right now,
I
actually had a soft spot for Bojack.
Yarr.
Because that was pretty much the tournament focused, and it was pretty much all action, no bullshit.
Yarr.
And you know what? I got a bit of a soft spot for Wrath of Dragon.
Not Chrono?
With not Chrono. Crone Link.
Link.
I don't.
Crone Link.
He has to. We got to give him. His name is Tapion.
Yeah.
Which sounds too close to tampon, so I'm not going to call him that.
Tapion?
His name is Tapion. Yeah.
But he has red spiky hair, wields a sword, and looks like Chrono.
He looks. He's Chrono after a really bad haircut. Yeah, but in terms of like that was actually one of the first movies I own, the Japanese version first that I got.
It's one of the worst ones, though.
I liked it. You know, because
we totally needed a movie to explain where Trunks got his sword.
Well, I think that was just added in at the last fucking moment. It is. It totally is. Because like the movie ends with Tapion giving Trunks his sword, and then they add in the flashback. They add in the episode at the very end during the credit sequence where he's confronting Cyborg Frieza for the first time, and it's like, see, that's how he got the sword. You didn't need to add that. You could have just left it as it is and leave it as a different origin to how Trunks got his sword.
Yeah. I'd hate that.
Mind you, he only uses the sword once, but...
And that was it.
Yeah, every other time he uses it, he fucks him over.
Yeah.
Everyone deflects the damn blade.
How can everyone just...
Stop using the sword.
How come you keep deflecting the sword but me? That was a bad joke.
But, the movies were often hit and miss for me. If they weren't good, they were just there.
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely some that are better than others.
Yeah.
Well, should we just go down the list?
I guess so.
Okay, I have the Funimation movie packs right here that I just got in the mail.
I think I know all of them by heart.
Yeah. Well, the only ones the movie packs are missing are ironically two of the better ones, Bardock and History of Trunks.
Okay, this is me having...
I can't believe they skipped those.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, never mind. That's in its own double feature pack. My bad.
Okay, this
I
is
guess
me
I
having a
realized those
dipshit
two were the
moment.
best ones. So.
What's up, Amanda?
Just to make sure, Bardock is Gohan's father, right?
Goku's dad.
Gohan's father is Goku.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I get them mixed up. I'm sorry. There's too many G's.
Look, Amanda, to your credit, they look exactly the same.
They are exactly the same.
I meant Goku's father.
All right. Kind of funny, though. They're voiced by the same person in Japan, but Sonny Strait voices Bardock in the American version.
Yep.
Who is Krillin?
Krillin voices Bardock.
Yes.
What the fuck?
But, Dead Zone.
Dead Zone. I generally like. It's not great, but...
I like the... I do like the action sequences where Goku's facing all three of the
guys, yeah.
They had a nickname. Weren't they the Spice Boys or something like that?
Yeah.
That was Ocean Dub.
Yeah.
No,
I think that was more making fun of the boy bands at the time.
That sounds like Spice Girls, but boy version.
No, it's obviously a pun, a play on the Spice Girls. They had ridiculous names like
Pepper,
gingerbread, pepperoni, and
oh my god,
something else.
I'm going in honor of the deaths. I'm going to name all of my crew after fruit. Pineapple, lettuce. So am I pineapple? Yes.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, Toriyama's not very good. Is weird with names.
I thought I was bad.
But I mean, overall, it's a generally good movie.
Yeah. And one I have more association with the Ocean dub than Funimation. I don't think I ever watched the Funimation dub of it.
Funimation dub's okay. But yeah, definitely more association with the Ocean dub. The first three, everyone associates more with the Ocean dub.
Especially the next one, World's Strongest.
Best one, I think.
Yeah, this is. I love it so much.
Master Roshi does something.
There's always something happening in this one. You know, they leave. Yeah, like there's a bit of like the exposition where. What was the name of the doctor's name? Not Dr. Willow. His assistant was it Kochi, I think it was.
I think so.
He's talking about how pretty much the blah 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 scientist blah 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 evil blah 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 all that shit. You know, you got that. That was the only bad part I have about the movie.
Who cares?
It's like, yeah, who cares? He's a bad guy. He has to be stopped. You know, and again, the definitive version of this movie is the Ocean dub. The dubbing is fantastic.
The one time I think Ocean did better than Funny.
Yes. Definitely yes, but it's not just that. I also think Ocean dub's sound direction, because there is a difference. You listen to the original Japanese cut and the Funimation cut, and then compare it to the Ocean dub. They added additional sound effects for like the Kai blast and the martial arts scenes in general. And to me, I think it gives it a much bigger impact. Some people will argue that it detracts from it, but no, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
You're wrong. Wrong.
I love the Ocean dub sound direction for the World's Strongest. It is just, especially when Goku is charging up the Kaioken times 3 Kamehameha.
Kyle, what?
At Dr. Willow, and he's doing the beam struggle, and then he just completely sends Dr. Willow into the outer ridges,
into space.
And it's like I love that moment so much. It's so much energy. I love that moment so much.
I love that moment too. What are we talking about?
World's Strongest.
Oh, sorry. I went to get food.
If you have you ever seen any of the movies, Ted?
Not
I remember. I know I've seen the movies because I remember seeing not Piccolo. I remember seeing Gohan in the stupid Dragon Ball hat. I think it might have been Tree of Might that I saw.
The only movies he wears that in are in Dead Zone and Tree of Might.
So it was either I remember seeing the dragon too, so it was probably Tree of Might.
Freaking Icarus.
No
one likes Icarus.
The only way I've seen the movie was from Abridged, because I've never seen the movies. I'm sorry.
Yes. But no, World's Strongest I think is the best one.
Yes, without a doubt, it is. It was one of the many reasons why I got into the series to begin with, and to this day I still love watching it, which is why I don't own it for my DVD collection. But I swear it's really hard to find. Maybe if I can
the Ocean dub,
because it has to be the Ocean dub. I will.
John, I will go on an adventure and probably find it within 15 minutes.
Okay, search.
Amazon.
Amazon might not have everything.
It has
everything.
Close enough.
It comes pretty damn close.
Okay.
Next up in the movies is Tree of Might. The Christmas Tree of Might.
Okay.
Oh,
hold on.
God damn it! Not you again. Anyone else? Has it even been a year?
Hold on. Starring Peter Kelemis. Is that the Ocean dub?
That's Ocean.
Okay. It was the first one that I saw on Amazon. You did not try very hard, John. Here,
what do you got?
Link in there. Link.
Let me see. Anyway, Tree of Might.
Christmas tree.
Which
I am champion of Christmas.
Yes.
I don't go back often too. I will admit, because actually back then when Tree of Might first aired,
it's DVD. Nice.
They didn't show Tree of Might as one whole movie. They broke it up into 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which confused me a bit because
doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. My childlike mindset thinking this was part of the continuity when it's clearly not. You're trying to wonder what happened to Namek.
Yeah.
Why does Yamcha's gi have the King Kai symbol on his back? Isn't he still dead?
Yeah.
And all that shit. And it wasn't until they actually released it on DVD, I think, that they, left it in its original format as a movie, not as a 3-episode
mini thing.
Spiel. But the Tree of Might's okay. It's pretty much a giant what-if scenario of what if Goku was evil and shit like that.
Sort of.
That's what I hear. That's what the concept is based off of. But
it's freaking turles.
And now every time I watch, I can't help but thinking of either Abridged or the abysmal UK dub.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come, Magic Cloud.
yes, my lord.
Is that the UK dub?
The Lord, it says His Majesty.
I think he says both.
This
he can't
is
decide.
the UK dub?
Yes.
Oh my
Come,
god.
Magic Cloud.
What the fuck?
Oh yes, the UK version is the big green
Yeah.
because I remember they
Why
called him.
did they? Here's my question: why did they get a different dub for UK?
I don't know.
Eh.
I don't know. And they also had different dub for Canada. Actually,
The ocean dub is the Canadian dub.
Sailor Moon had a lot of different dubs too.
What,
the ocean-
is Canada really that different? Are they really that?
They don't do
special
that anymore.
need
They
their own
don't
dub?
do that.
Clement, help us out here. What was that one with the opening of something for Clement?
Dudley Do Right theme.
Yeah, Dudley Do Right.
That's what he just saying.
have you
Oh,
ever?
Have you ever seen?
I think the Canadian version also had a different opening for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
It wasn't Rock the Dragon.
They actually did an English version of Shala Head Shala.
No, I don't think it was that one. I'm trying to think of.
Lord.
What,
I think it was the Canadian opening.
What, Rock the Dragon?
No, not Rock the Dragon.
Love Rock the
The
Dragon.
Canadian opening for Dragon Ball Z was not Rock the Dragon. It was a completely original song that sounded fucking terrible.
Oh god.
They later did a Shala Head Shala.
I gotta say, I love Rock the Dragon. It's one of the best cheesy openings ever.
I will agree. Yeah, actually, I do really have a fascination for Rock the Dragon because when the Funimation dub took over,
They just did an instrumental of Shala Head Shala.
no, it wasn't an instrumental version. They made their own song, and they made their own intro, which was
Right.
nowhere near as good.
No.
I'm not just
Rock the
saying.
Dragon.
And
Rock
I
the-
honestly don't think that's just nostalgia speaking.
Rock the Dragon got you so pumped up for the show.
Yes.
Even though 90% of the intro was from Tree of Might and World's Strongest.
Here we go. Yes, it was the Canadian intro.
Oh my god.
Let your ears be raped by the highly questionable content that Canadian viewers were.
No, find the German intro to Dragon Ball.
You mean I'm not the only one that's hurting their ears?
Ha! There we go.
Oh God, I don't want to click this link.
Well,
I
you were-
did.
Too late, I'm clicking it.
Are we gonna 3, 2, 1 go this or
No.
what?
No.
3, 2, 1, go this, and I think we should edit it into the conversation itself, so we're not leaving
Oh,
our.
so should we
Alex.
start? Should I start over then?
Yes.
Fine.
Okay.
Alright, so
Okay.
everyone listening is ready to go?
Yes.
Oh
Alright,
god.
so 3, 2,
Two,
1.
One.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh jeez.
Dragon Ball.
Oh god, I remember this
Dragon
too.
Ball.
Dragon Ball. I remember this. Holy shit.
Yeah, I remember this.
Why? Were you ever in Canada?
No, I think they showed. I think they showed this.
No, I think
They
they showed
wanted-
it. I think they did show this a few times.
Yeah.
It's the Rock the Dragon intro.
Just with a different song.
The song is not Rock the Dragon.
What the hell? Dragon Ball Z. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember this.
Oh my god.
This
The
is
fuck.
bad.
What the hell? The Z.
And up in the top right corner, I just want to click on is Rock the Dragon.
Yeah, that's Rock the Dragon intro there. But you know what? This is probably the easiest song to remember.
3 words. Well, technically,
Oh my
technically 2
God.
words in a letter.
I can't believe it. I actually remember that piece of shit opening. I was like,
it's technically
what?
2 songs in a letter.
I was like, what
Well,
the?
to be fair, Rock the Dragon's only 7 words. Dragon,
Rock the Dragon.
Rock the
Rock
Ball
So-
Z. Oh, it's only 5. Only
So wait,
5.
should are we watching that now?
No.
No.
Everyone knows Rock the Dragon.
Rock the Dragon, besides having those lyrics, also had some things like "come again," something. I don't know what the other part of that song is.
Don't care. It's still awesome.
Don't care. Misery.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Canadian Open. What you guys think?
I remember that they played it somewhere. I, don't
remember
know
they
where,
played it
but
a
I
few
was
times.
like, what the fuck? Especially the Z. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that'll never not. That brought back memories.
What was the next movie after Lord Slug?
Not King Piccolo.
King Piccolo is out. There was actually a lot of the movies tended to be rehashes.
Yes.
Of
especially later on.
Up into one movie.
Yes, Lord Slug, not King Piccolo.
And go Team Slug.
Yeah.
This this seems awfully familiar. What do I care?
Like, what was the other one? I like this part where it's like, he's a Namekian or something. Namekian, Goku, Namekian. You, Yoshi?
Lord Slug, I'm indifferent to, really.
Well, because you already have the King Piccolo arc in Dragon Ball, which is so much better.
Well, again, I wasn't really so much of the original Dragon Ball nut, and I didn't draw those parallels at first, but even then, as a movie in itself,
it's not that good.
It's not really that good. But the next movie after that is
Cooler's Revenge.
Cool.
What?
Should we shoot the ship down,
problem.
sir? No. Why not? Because I'm an immense prick.
Oh.
I'll still know that I was always
Cooler. No one likes Cooler either.
Oh.
Yeah, you got a sequel. Another case of sun, magical sun, destroy my enemies.
I would assume.
Oh, wait.
Impact.
I want to eat your dragon.
I'd imagine Cooler left a bigger impact than any other movie villain at the time, because Cooler did immediately get a sequel after that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Which I also didn't really like.
Yeah. Well, mind you, I like Cooler's Revenge better than Return of Cooler. But
Sounds like Return of
So do they just keep on getting worse, or?
Generally.
From that response, I'm going to say yes. From Ryan's response.
Generally, yes.
The formula was getting stale at this point.
Yeah. Cooler's Revenge was another what if.
Yay.
So what if
Yeah,
what if the Spirit Bomb actually did defeat Frieza and they went home?
Then after
I believe Bardock is actually next technically.
was it no, the Super Android 13 movie was next.
No, Return of Cooler.
No, we were recording Return of Cooler, and I said
the big Getty star. Cyber Cooler for some reason.
Yay.
I love the Malaysian dub though. We the saiya-people.
you've become Super Saiya-people too. Super Saiya-people. That's what they were called. That's what they called Super Saiyans in Malaysia.
The Super Saiya-people.
Super Saiya-people. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I can't watch Return of Cooler without quoting that now.
Yeah, I can't.
Super Saiyan.
On those rare moments that I go back and visit the movie. Saiya-people. But,
Great. It's going to be another laugh check.
But yeah, the next movie after that, which was actually the one I enjoyed, because again, the three movies that my uncle bought, again, like I said, was Cooler, Return of Cooler, and the Super Android 13.
Which for some reason has an exclamation point.
Well,
Super Android 13.
Yeah. I don't like the movie.
I got a kick out of it.
His Texan accent.
Well, I'm
the
talking.
dub. Yes, I know.
Well, then stop bringing it up.
It's Ryan. He'll bring it up.
Was that the version you were
was first exposed to? Yes.
Exposed to first. Yeah. Okay. I was exposed to the Japanese version first.
Yeah.
This was also the movie where I really started liking the Japanese soundtrack. Because I love the marching piece that plays when the stereotype android and the Indian stereotype android are walking down the streets, and I love the Spirit Bomb music.
Yeah.
That they bring back for Boo at the end of the
Z
series. I love that piece so damn much. But in terms of like the action, I thought it was pretty good. It was
all right. I mean, it does answer a question of, okay, so we had Mechanical Man number 8 in Dragon Ball, and suddenly Androids 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 in Z. What happened to the other ones?
Yeah. For anybody that was curious enough to wonder about that, I didn't. I just figured, okay, more robots. But
at least answers a question.
Yeah.
Does it raise more?
No, not really.
I wouldn't say.
Oh, it for sure as hell doesn't make us want to wonder it doesn't make us wonder what happened to androids 9, 10, and 11.
Well, those are strictly the original Dragon Ball, right?
No, the only one that they had in Dragon Ball was Mechanical Man / Android number 8. And he was in Red Redmond.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
Scrap projects. Canceled.
Yeah.
Damn you, Capcom. But,
Mega Man Legends 3 was secretly Android 10.
you son of a bitch! The next movie after that,
Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan.
and Brawly. Brawly actually got a lot of attention from the people around me. I first was exposed to Brawly through the internet.
Me too.
I saw all sorts of screen caps of him, like
Yeah.
that, especially that iconic image where he's holding up Goku by his head
Yeah.
in a Super Saiyan state, and it was like, oh wow, Jesus Christ, this guy's huge.
Yeah.
And I finally
His green hair.
watched the movie, and it was the Funimation dub, and
Screamer music.
I can't hear what you're saying because the guy in the background won't shut the fuck up. The music is terrible in the Funimation dub. But again, even then,
If you watch the Japanese, it's still a generally good movie.
it's okay. Again,
Broly in this one is an interesting enough character.
he was just a mindless madman to me.
No, before he turned Super Saiyan.
No, even then, he was just... Before he goes nuts, what's he doing? Not a goddamn thing. He's just standing there. And to me, I the whole PTSD as a catalyst, it's like...
Goku crying.
What a bitch.
Broly. It's like 2,000. Whoa. Wait, Broly? What?
And
Two.
I just didn't find him that interesting of a villain. I really didn't.
Well, good for you, John, because it only gets worse from there.
I know, because he has 3 movies.
Well, I don't really count the third one because that's not really him, but
Well,
Well, what is he? Is he like
well,
a
we'll
clone?
get to it.
next movie after this
No.
is
Well, hold on. I just want to say one last thing about Broly. I do like his design.
Brawly.
Yeah. His
Before-
character design.
They're saying.
I do like both. But his base form a bit better. And then in Tenkaichi 3, they give him a Super Saiyan 3 form, and he looks ridiculous.
Why? Just why?
I have super long green hair now.
So, yeah, Brawly got 3 movies, because the next one after that is...
Bojack. Yarr.
No, the Bojack has nothing... Oh, yeah.
We're just going
comes-
by chronological order here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Bojack comes before the second Brawly movie.
Yarr.
Bojack, I actually just recently watched.
Yarr. It sucks.
How do you think?
I just like...
The only thing
I
I find amusing about Bojack is that the female henchman dies stupidly because the guys can't hit a girl, apparently. At least not kill her. It's like, we have to find a way to kill this henchman, but we don't want the heroes to kill a woman.
So how does she die?
I forget, but it's stupid.
No, I do. I remember. What happens is that...
Doesn't Bojack kill her?
The only problem with BoJack is that the ending of it completely just reuses the end of the Cell series.
Yeah.
Because Gohan becomes Super Saiyan 2, and suddenly he's one-shotting all the henchmen.
Yeah.
I do like the whole he punches through them and they disintegrate. I love that effect. But they kill the female henchman because BoJack uses her as a shield, a meat shield, and Gohan punches right through her.
So it was unintentional, yeah.
Yeah, unintentional, but hey, they can't leave any loose ends. But I liked BoJack because, again, there's always something going on. Yeah. I still think World's Strongest is obviously a much better constructed movie. But BoJack, I love the whole tournament setting of it.
True.
That's what you watch Dragon Ball Z for.
Was this the one with the crotch punch, or was it Android 13?
No, Android 13 was Crotch Punch.
Okay.
which I love. Japanese dub makes him scream like a little bitch when he gets hit in the crotch.
Well, he's technically punching him in the face, but the way the camera is, it looks like he's punching him in the crotch.
Quite clearly a crotch punch, because I think Funimation initially edited that out when the movie first aired. I'm not sure, but no, that is definitely a Super Android 13 crotch punch. And goddamn, couldn't you get any? That's the most. I gotta say, out of all these action scenes that I've seen in this series,
it looks the most painful.
Still makes me wince as a male.
I'm pretty sure getting punched there as a female probably hurts too. Probably.
By Super Android 13. but yeah,
I just explode on impact, but from the nut to the head, no.
But yeah, Bojack. Yarr.
Well,
I can't wait until Abridged gets to him.
Abridged series gets to Bojack too, because of all the fucking pirate jokes they're making with him. I would have.
But he's already stuck in King Kai's planet.
I know, but he's gonna get out. All right, the next movie after that is
Broly's Second Coming.
Broly's Second Coming movie, and this was first off, it's not only a rehash of the first one.
It's even dumber than the first one.
It's just dumber. And you know what? I gotta say right now, I don't like Goten or Trunks. I don't.
I like Trunks.
Young Trunks or...
I like young Trunks. I like young Trunks enough to where he doesn't grate on me, but Goten's kind of pointless.
I should probably elaborate. I don't like it whenever the camera focuses on Goten and Trunks at the same time. Because it's just annoying.
Goten more than Trunks.
No, it's just, get it? They're kids. Yeah, okay, get to it. Please, get on with it. And the second Broly movie has a lot of that.
At least it's Gohan fighting the Broly for once.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, we've already seen this before.
Yeah.
You know, and the
or Screamer.
And the ending as a whole, like, was Goku really there in the first place? Was he really there temporarily because of the Dragon Balls that they were able to defeat Broly for the second time? Was he? Was he not? I thought that was rather.
Who cares? It's not canon anyway.
Yeah, and that's really why I don't really spend too much time on it. But yeah, the second Broly movie didn't really fascinate me. But apparently that was also a mega hit because they made a third movie.
Bio Broly. Also known as The Kids in Android 18 have a movie for some reason.
I like the greater focus on 18 because I actually do like Android 18.
Yeah, I do too, but she doesn't do anything.
She does more here than she's than fucking anybody else for that matter.
True, but it's Goten and Trunks that do most of the damage.
Yeah, and again, that's another problem because the main characters of this movie are Goten and Trunks. And I don't like them together.
It's not even Broly. It's just a blob monster with Broly's hair.
It's a clone of Broly that
isn't complete. So it's just a blob monster with Broly's hair.
It's not even that. The laboratory where he was created is filled with this extremely corrosive material that causes a meltdown in the lab. But Bio Broly gets covered in all. It gets covered from head to toe in the corrosive material. First off, why isn't he dead?
Because Broly.
Yeah, I get he's Broly. Genetic clone and everything. And secondly, you realize now we're spending the next half hour fighting a giant shit demon.
With Broly's hair.
Broly's hair. And for some reason he has a very obvious weak spot in his chest now. Where did that come from?
Punch me to die.
And then they finally get rid of him with water. Lame.
Yes.
That's probably my least favorite movie.
Yeah, me too. It's not good.
Just this wasn't needed. It wasn't needed, and I think it's safe to assume they learned from that because
he hasn't appeared in anything since.
Well, the Broly movie after that, he's completely forgotten by that point. The next movie after that is Janemba,
Fusion Reborn.
Fusion Reborn, yeah.
My second least favorite.
I don't remember much from this movie either. except that I know it's also pretty much their way of summarizing the Boo saga.
Pretty much.
So wait, is it just a movie version of Boo, or
No.
The parallels are pretty damn strong. You know, Janaba starts off as this fat, childlike creature.
Gets increasingly more menacing, and then they have to use fusion to defeat him, and
Yeah.
they do fusion to create big damage, and then they unfuse, and then Goku has to save the day.
Yeah.
And then another reason I hate it is it has the most emo Vegeta ever. What? Bitch, moan, whine, Vegeta.
I do like the whole he rather die than fuse.
Yeah. But you're already dead, Vegeta. That's besides the point.
wait, they bring that up?
Yes.
They do. Because the whole movie takes place in the afterworld. But yeah, I do like the whole, even though it's completely fucking pointless, the whole afterworld being crystallized into that the colorful jelly beans kind of thing, and the only way to break it is by yelling at it or cursing at it.
Yeah.
And just the fact that Pycon has to do all that over and over again, I thought that was pretty entertaining. But other than that, I don't really go back to that movie at all.
No.
And I think the last one after that is
Wrath of the Dragon. Hi, not Chrono.
So we got not Chrono, who lost his brother, not young Link,
Voiced by Aaron Dimsky.
who only gets one grunt.
Yeah. And was so disappointed that he couldn't do more Dragon Ball Z because he was a fan.
Damn, that's a damn shame.
Poor Alphonse Elric.
In terms of the movie itself, though,
It's better than Bio Broly and Fusion Reborn.
yeah, I actually go back to it every once in a while because, I always found it interesting. Like, it's fucking, it's the equivalent of Dragon Ball characters fighting against Godzilla.
Pretty much.
Let's go with this.
Gojira? Oh, Gojira.
Jira.
Oh, Gojira.
Gojira, Gojira.
Gojira.
Matora?
By the way, I'm back.
Yes, we know.
We figured.
But I mean, it's okay. And the other two that are in their own double feature but not part of the movie packs, fuck you, Funimation, are Bardock and History of Trunks. I like Bardock.
I was indifferent to Bardock. Only because, well, first off, they lied to me. He's not a
scientist. He's not a great scientist. Freaking ocean dub.
He was not a brilliant scientist. But and honestly, I didn't really care about Goku's father's origins. I didn't. It never crossed my mind, really.
Well, because he was unimportant.
Yeah. And to try to make him important was pretty pointless.
I still like the movie on its own merits. In relation to Z, yeah, ultimately it's relatively pointless.
Now, the history of Trunks...
One of the few that's actually in canon.
Well, you can technically say Bardock's in canon, too.
Well, yes. That's why I said it's one of the few that's in canon.
History of Trunks...
I really liked.
Just for the sake of giving Trunks a better backstory.
Just give him some pathos.
Yeah, for that, I it's okay. To me, though, I thought it always ended up it was that pointless too, because this is the past of a Trunks that no longer exists. Because the teenage.
To be fair, I like Future Trunks a lot more than regular Trunks.
You're very true. You're very right on that. I will completely agree. But unfortunately, he doesn't exist anymore.
Well, he technically still does, but
in GT.
Alternate. Well, yes. Where he's very, very boring.
Yes, and he doesn't do anything.
We'll get to GT.
No, but yeah. At that point, I pretty much just watch World's Strongest all over and over. And
World's Strongest occasionally Dead Zone and Treat Might. Maybe Return of Cooler if I feel like quitting the Malaysian dub.
Oh, Magic Cloud.
No, that's the UK dub of Treat Might.
Sorry, I get my bad dubs of Dragon Ball Z.
No, it's very easy to do. But
Are you turned to Super Saiyan people too? although two things do technically top it for me.
what's that?
The Polish dub of over 9,000, where Vegeta sounds bored as fuck. And of course, Sherman Cell. Oh shit!
Shit!
I love that.
My favorite international dub voice is KTN.
What? Oh yeah, Gay Tien.
No, UKTN.
Oh, UKTN.
Yeah. Yoda.
Yeah.
If you can put it anywhere else.
Yeah.
He sounds
nothing like he should.
Yoda. Always with you. Repeat that?
I couldn't understand a word you were saying.
Well, yeah, in terms of the video game medium, we already covered. Budokai 3 is pretty much the one you should start.
Well, the only one you really should play. Well,
yeah,
1 and 2 have their own merits.
One has the best.
Amanda, stop making so much noise.
What am I doing?
Well, someone's
Eating
shuffling.
something.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm hungry.
Well, 2 introduced finer game mechanics, but 3 just knocked it out.
Yeah. I love 3.
And, you know, I know the Tenkaichi series has its share of fans too.
I don't like the 3D world of it.
I didn't like the whole open world aspect to it. I hate the camera angle first off.
The camera sucks.
Especially in 2-player mode. Because I can't play...
Because it can't figure out who it wants to focus on.
No, it's split screen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't look right when it's doing that.
You know, and you know, later Dragon Ball Z games are going back to the formula.
There's a Japanese-only arcade game that looks really good, too, and we're never going to get it.
What is it called?
I forget, but it's basically just all the Budokai mechanics, but HD models, very good animation and backgrounds.
Yeah, because I see footage of like Rage and Blast or Ultimate Tenkaichi or all that stuff, and they look like they're going back to the Budokai formula. And if any of those games are the same quality, or if even better than Budokai 3, then let me know, because I'd definitely get into that. But
nothing beat 3 for me.
3 left such a great impact on me.
And all the characters you want, and it was fun to play.
Yes.
And its mechanics were just so fine-tuned.
Everything was right in Budokai 3. You really couldn't ask for more as a Dragon Ball Z nut.
Yeah.
Aren't there 4 different Gokus, though?
No. Well, they have transformations in the game.
They're technically transformations. They're not separate characters.
Yeah, I hate that about Final Bout.
That's the way it should be, Final Bout.
We don't need 4 different Gokus.
I used to think that game was good. Oh, man.
Actually, I think some of the Game Boy Dragon Ball games were good.
I never played the Legacy of Goku series.
The Legacy of Goku sucks. So, Solar Flare, punch, 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 run away till you charge back up. Solar Flare, punch, punch, punch. Seriously.
Rinse and repeat.
Play as in these games.
In Legacy of Goku, you play as only as Goku. Technically, it's an action RPG where you gain levels and stuff. You can beat the level. You can low level run the entire game super easily because after I think you beat Raditz, you get the Solar Flare technique, which stuns your enemies. They won't do anything. So basically, what you do, just run around until they can't hit you. Wait till your energy charges up. Solar Flare, punch, 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 punch. Throw on stunned, run away until you charge up again.
And this works on bosses too.
Yeah, works on Frieza.
Oh my god.
It works on Frieza,
Yes.
and that's the final boss.
Yes.
Well, then the anime would have gone much faster if it worked like that.
Well, not really, because it would just be Goku flashing Frieza, getting 3 punches, and then hiding behind a rock until his meter charges back up.
Why
and then
didn't you use your Kienzan?
That's a very good question, Gohan.
But I mean, I never played the second one because the first one sucked. But I mean, the regular Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Game Boy Advance games where it's just kind of like a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Those are actually pretty good.
Well, beat-em-ups are all sort of the same thing, so if it's characters you like and the game mechanics are good, it's usually a good time.
Yeah.
It's basically just Kid Goku running around beating up Pilaf and Red Ribbon Army guys.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
Can you play as anybody else, or
I think it's just Kid Goku.
Ow.
I think the sequel lets you play as Krillin, but I can't remember. It's been a long time. But I mean, they were generally good games.
Yeah. I'll stick with Budokai 3. That's really all I need.
Mm-hmm. So shall we move on to it?
So, yeah, we've been kind of stalling this entire time.
Dragon Ball GT is a thing that exists.
Welcome to the Grand Tour, Grand Tour, Grand Tour.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Welcome to the Grand Tour, Dragon Ball GT. Brr.
I still have memories burned into my head when I first heard that theme.
Ugh, it's almost as bad as the pirate rap.
What?
Don't give it up, Lupe. Don't give it up, Solo.
Oh, that's One Piece.
At least that one is so bad it's hilarious.
Gaio, Gaio.
Ugh, no, Dragon Ball GT had its own rap number, and it was ugh.
My first ever exposure to GT was, again, a Japanese videotape.
Yeah, Japanese stuff online, but I mean,
the first I owned a total of 5 tapes. I still have 3 of those actually in a box in my closet somewhere. The first 2 tapes were obviously the first few episodes of the series, with the whole Black Star Dragon Ball thing.
Yeah.
And the other 3 tapes were the Super Android 17, which
the worst the series ever got.
We'll wait. But and you know what? Let's get the positives out of the way first.
I think the Black Star Saga had potential.
Positives, and to me, the best part of GT is it has a fucking fantastic soundtrack. I love GT score so damn much, and it pisses me off that it was never given an official release.
Nope,
The only way you can find it,
not even in Japan it didn't.
No, not even in Japan it got an official release. The only way you can get it anywhere is on YouTube, and it's anime rips.
Yeah.
So they have to maneuver around the sound effects, and the quality is
iffy,
questionable. It's better than nothing, but it's still questionable, and that aggravates me so much because I actually like GT soundtrack more than Z's.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah, I really do. There are so many kick-ass themes in GT. The battle music, the Spirit Bomb music.
You mean the Japanese version?
Yeah, the Japanese version, not the American version. No, fuck that. Fucking the Japanese version here. Yeah, it's the music is so beautifully crafted, and like the opening theme, Dan Dan,
yeah,
Japanese version, not the American, because they did something with the American version. I'm not sure.
What the Vic Mignogna version? Was it
Vic Mignogna singing that one?
Yeah, the American version of Dan Dan. Yeah, that's the Vic Mignogna.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, it's not because they changed the lyrics from Japanese to English. It's not that.
That unfortunately is part of the problem,
But the Japanese version just seems to have a higher quality to it.
I think it's the drum beats more than anything.
I think it may have something to do with the drums. But but besides that, like the other ending credits music, like Blue Velvet or
Machine Gun Tatagarets.
And Don't You See?
Yeah.
I love those songs. I really do. But everything else, shit. When I first watched GT,
no, I think the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga had potential. It was an ass pull, but I think it could have worked.
Yeah, it was like
an ass pull that could have worked. Wow.
Well, the problem
brief
is
summary, please.
Okay, Emperor Pilaf comes back after years and years and years, finds these Black Star Dragon Balls, accidentally uses them to wish Goku to be a kid again for some stupid reason.
What?
Basically, he has a slip of the tongue when the dragon's out. Apparently, the Black Star Dragon Balls are more powerful, but they explode the planet Iran in a year's time.
Shit.
And they splatter across the galaxy. So, space adventure.
So wait, they need to find it again to wish the dragon.
No, they just need to bring it back to the planet.
They need to find the Black Star Dragon Balls, and bring them back to the altar inside the
Kami's lookout.
Before, otherwise, the Earth will explode in a year's time.
Which it does anyway, but
these super powerful Dragon Balls that are never ever mentioned in any other series are suddenly brought up as some sort of plot device.
No, wait, hold on. Couldn't they just get the Earth's Dragon Balls and gather those and then wish for all of them back on
too
Earth?
powerful.
Too
Oh,
what?
that's stupid.
Yes.
That's like the Mary Sue of Dragon Balls, and I don't even think that you could have a Mary Sue version of a plot device.
You'd be surprised.
Basically, they only did it because you can't have them just have an adventure of searching for the Dragon Balls when they can fly at Mach 30.
What?
Or they can think of another plot. Completely.
True, but again, I think it could have worked if Goku wasn't there, if Pan had taken Goku's spot. So it was just Goten, Trunks, and Pan. So you don't have the game breaker that Goku is fighting these guys for no reason.
I don't even understand why they needed Goku to be a kid. Did he power down when he was a kid?
Apparently.
I don't know, because...
He should, realistically, he should just jump to Super Saiyan 3 and kick everyone's ass.
There are like these little throwaway lines in the English dub that say, like, well, he's just as powerful as Majin Buu. You know, it was like, alright.
So why is anyone giving him trouble?
I was never clear on whether or not Goku becoming a kid made him weaker. Because it looked like he was just as strong as he was as an adult, so I never really got the whole transforming him into a kid.
Yeah.
Besides probably pouring out on Dragon Ball's fame.
Yeah.
The original Dragon Ball's fame.
Again, I think it could have worked, they just screwed it up really badly.
It's the fact of the ass pull that bothers me the most.
Yeah.
Where did these Black Star Dragon Balls suddenly come from? Why do we wait until now to talk about these?
Why is Pilaf suddenly back for no reason?
Again,
Nostalgia!
Again, whoring out on the nostalgia
Yeah.
of the original Dragon Ball series.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the Black Star...
well, technically during the Black Star. Baby.
Well, the baby... Oh yeah, that technically did happen while... Baby, my biggest problem with GT is that it does such a tremendous job sucking on Goku's cock.
Yeah.
Goku is the only character in this series that matters.
Trunks is worthless, Pan is worthless, Vegeta's worthless.
Everybody is worthless.
Oob is worthless.
Goku kills everybody in this series.
He's the only one who can fight.
Well, to be fair, Goku was always the one who finished everyone off in Z, too.
No.
Well, except Cell.
Vegeta and Gohan.
Well, Vegeta,
Piccolo, Vegeta, and Gohan still did stuff.
kinda, but still, there's still more characters who were ineffectual than characters who did things. You know, like Krillin
True.
didn't really accomplish a whole lot. Tien, Chaozu, and Yamcha did nothing.
Granted, yeah, that's a problem that's been with us since Z. Yeah, I'll give you that.
But it's even worse than GT.
But it's even worse here. Everybody is worthless.
Gohan is worthless. Vegeta is worthless. Oob is worthless.
If your name's not Goku, you do not matter.
It sucks.
I did like Super Saiyan 4, though. Just from a design standpoint.
From a design standpoint, yeah, I pretty much accepted it. I don't understand the magic pants, though.
Remember when being a Super Saiyan was special?
I do.
Oh, that's not even the worst of it. Wait till we get the Dragon Ball GT movie.
Oh god, they have a movie?
Yes, but we'll get to that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's, I
God.
think, the last thing we'll cover.
Yeah.
And you know what? I actually like that movie more than GT in itself.
What, really?
Well, might as
yeah,
well just cover it now.
No,
'cause
no,
I
no.
think-
It's the last thing that happens in...
it's the last thing that happens. So
Well, what's left?
the whole
We'll
baby,
save Kai for last and on a positive note.
the baby saga was you know, you got-
Skynet!
Oh god. Terminator?
Kind of.
I was never clear on Baby's intentions. What did he want to do? Did he just want to mind control everyone so he could live in a peaceful civilization that he rules?
I guess.
He didn't seem the type.
Another
And
case.
he-
Another case.
I don't
of
think
sun.
he got a lot of development.
He didn't. Another
And then
case of sun, magical sun, destroy my enemies.
He doesn't even use a spirit bomb. He Kamehameha
Amazing.
him into the sun.
Yeah.
What?
And then it just gets worse
Yeah.
after that.
No, I think the worst is still Super 17.
That's what I'm getting at.
That's
Super 7.
that's the absolute worst Dragon Ball ever got.
Yeah, I will completely agree. Because not only because at this point GT's not sure whether or not
It wants
isn't
to-
getting it anymore.
Yeah.
Because it starts bringing back a lot of
Z elements.
C elements and movie elements. Wait, hold on a second. I thought these were canon. But
Oh yeah, because Dr. Mew and Juro somehow get free from Dead World, from Hiffle.
they how did it happen? Like, what did they do?
They just open up like a dimensional rift or something, and they never bother to explain it very well. But they somehow escape Hiffle. They made another Android 17 that fuses with the one that's on Earth. Goku and 18 have to stop it.
No, Goku has to stop it.
Well, 18 at least tries. And Krillin dies again.
Krillin dies.
Damn, sorry.
Again.
And to me, it's the fight that pisses me off the most because it takes forever to Goku to figure out. Stop fucking shooting him with Kai Blast. Don't you see that he's
absorbing
purposely standing in your way for a reason? He's absorbing it. Goku is an absolute moron in this fight.
Ouch.
Well, he's not really smart ever.
He was always the way I got it in Z, and
he was dumb in everything else, but damn it, he was good at fighting.
He was good at fighting. He was good at looking at opponents' strategies and using it against them. But here, what are you doing, man? And then overall, it's just inconsistent with the powers and all that shit. Because there's one point where he shoots a massive, I think it was like 10 times Kamehameha.
Yeah, the red beam. Yeah,
he absorbs. Okay, and then at that
suddenly
point
he does it again, and then suddenly it's too much for him.
No. What it is that he puts all his energy into that one giant Kamehameha blast, which Super 17 absorbs, no problem. Then he uses this supposed self-destruct technique, which doesn't kill him, but it wipes out all the energy that he has left. So at this point, Goku is damn near comatose. But he has energy for not only a Dragon Fist.
You mean a not King Piccolo kill?
But he also has enough energy to do a killing Kamehameha blow? I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just seemed like...
I did like a few of the random villains coming back from the dead and everyone one-shotting them.
Yeah, the best part is Vegeta one-shotting
Nappa. Again.
But, yeah.
And Frieza going down in one punch.
The Super 17 saga was...
Oh, and Goten and Trunks fighting Hitler.
This didn't need...
Wait, they kill Hitler?
Yes.
That was the movie.
Oh, right. You're right. My bad. That was Jonemba, I think.
Yeah, I think that was Janaba.
Okay, my bad then.
But that's still funny.
Yes.
Okay.
And the final saga after that is...
Shadow Dragons.
The Shadow Dragons.
Which I think, again, like the Black Stars, I think it could have worked if they had bothered to put effort into it. Because it's a neat,
it's most elusive of all things.
It's a neat idea.
Admittedly, yes. I like the whole each dragon has a gimmick. That they had to find a way to get around it. But I think the problem here is the saga's too short.
Each dragon gets like one episode.
Yeah, maybe
with the exception of Nova.
I think Nova gets like 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, everyone else gets one.
But then
that a Dragon Ball series rushing.
And hi Laura Bailey again as a dragon, not doing the Android 18 voice. Laura Bailey voices one of the dragons. She's doing the exact same voice she does for Android 18.
Oh, Jesus. So it's
That's
like you
not
think
confusing
Android...
at all.
So it's like Android 18 became a reincarnated dragon. No, sorry. Shapeshifted dragon, sorry.
No, but it's just one of those, oh, hi, Laura Bailey. Again.
You just can't mask your voice.
You have range, right?
Yeah. Apparently you do, because your kid Trunks and Lost.
Yeah. And Hupao.
And Hupo, yes. Slash Omocho.
Yeah, and Catherine.
As soon as Omega Shenron is introduced,
it slows to a crawl again.
Yeah, it really does.
Wait, they have to kill Shenron?
Omega.
Oh, evil
Shenron. The most powerful of the 7 Shadow Dragons who can absorb the Dragon Balls to become all powerful. But at that point, the fight just drags over and over again.
Hi, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. That makes no fucking sense.
That pisses me off.
His very existence should cause the planet to explode with the power he has.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, yeah, it's played up that when Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta do the fusion dance and they fuse to become this all-powerful creature, that's
they
it.
play around.
but he plays around, and I understand that they're trying to play it up for laughs. But here I am saying, do something.
Just finish him off.
Should we do something? We should do something.
Oh, they should. No, they should do something. They just don't.
They don't.
It's like you should kill him in one shot.
And then they mention that it's like when Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta fuse, the fusion time is cut in half. What was this rule he set in? And that pissed me off. We get this all powerful superpower fusion, the strongest character ever in
the series.
And he doesn't do anything. He just shows off. He showboats, and that's it.
So it should have been like a grand finale thing that lasted for like a minute, and it goes on forever.
Yes.
It should have ended.
Filler in a non.
Instead, the Gogeta unfuses. Goku's back to his kid state, and he finishes off Omega Shenron for the spirit.
Yes.
Like, we haven't seen that before already. And then there's this whole where Shenron's brought back. They can't use the Dragon Balls anymore. I think it was like for 100 years they can't use the Dragon Balls anymore.
Yeah.
What?
And then Goku leaves.
Yeah, Shenron finally has enough to fuck it.
Yeah.
You guys can't use it anymore.
Guys are misusing it greatly, and they are, really.
Yeah.
Well, every time somebody dies, they just bring them back. They don't use them for anything else.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, you guys die, you're dead. Forget it. Fuck it, I'm out.
In a way, yes.
Yeah, what their explanation is that every time they use the Dragon Balls, there's this evil energy that builds up inside the ball, to the point where the balls crack, and it unleashes the Shadow Dragons. Now, that's actually a concept I like.
It could have been good.
Yeah. Like, there's a consequence for using the Dragon Balls too often. I can get down with that kind of concept. But then after the Shadow Dragons are defeated and the Dragon Balls are restored, Shenron pretty much leaves for 100 years, so that nobody can use their powers. But Goku goes with him.
Why?
Completely ditching his family.
Again.
Why?
For the fourth
He
time.
leaves Chi-Chi, he leaves Gohan, he leaves Goten, everybody.
Pan.
Maybe because he's supposed to, I don't know.
That's like the fourth time he's done that.
Goku, you're an idiot?
Piccolo's a better dad than Goku is.
You're a moron.
I wonder what's wrong with Gohan. I thought Piccolo talked to him about it.
But he can't. He can't be a father because Piccolo's dead up at the end of GT.
Right.
Shit.
He's hell.
Hiffle.
But
wait, he's in hell?
Yes.
Yeah, that happens during the Super Android 17.
No,
Baby. It happens at the end of Baby. Because what happens at the end of Baby is that
Goku
they don't get the Black Star Dragon Balls in time. And the Earth ends up erupting. But Piccolo decides to stay because
Goku doesn't have the energy to transport them both after transporting everyone from freaking Earth.
No, I think it's because Piccolo said he doesn't want anyone misusing the Dragon Balls ever again.
No. It's because he was too busy transmissioning everyone off planet, which was stupid because if he just used the Namekian Dragon Balls, which they did do, he could have just wished them all back.
Plot hole! Just love
It's like, why did you waste so much energy getting everyone off planet when you could just wish them back?
Plot hole.
So at the end of it, it's just Goku and Piccolo left on planet, but Goku doesn't have the energy to transport them both.
Well,
fucking plot holes.
At that point, yeah, we already covered it. And the only thing that's really left is the special, which now
something tells me that's not good.
No, it's not.
It's good until the end.
Goku
No.
Jr. goes Super Saiyan because he's angry at little bear cubs getting beat up.
What?
Remember when being a Super Saiyan meant something?
Yeah, that's exactly. Remember when you had to work for that shit?
Now it's just so easy.
Yep.
Like the movie in itself, I think it's a pretty innocent movie.
Until the end.
It's Goku Jr. trying to
live up to
get
his
the Force
namesake
to help Pan, who's well over 100 years old at this point, because she falls ill. What happened to her?
She gets better.
She gets better, but what happened to her in the first place? She's just
sick, I guess.
Plot device-itis.
Plot device.
Yeah, plot device.
McGregor.
She got
Yes.
she got what Maria got, nids.
But,
You know, and at this point, you think you're watching something that belongs in the original Dragon Ball universe until he becomes Super Saiyan.
for no reason.
For no reason.
Left field.
It's like, yeah, we understand that he gets angry, and you want to use that anger to
Show his growth, but...
gotta build up the inner strength and defeat his enemy. But fucking Super Saiyan? How much is the Saiyan bloodline diluted from this point?
Let's see. Pan is a quarter, and Goku Jr. is her grandson, so he's 1/16.
1/16.
What?
So apparently, the more your blood is diluted, the easier to go for Super Saiyan.
The less Saiyan you are, the easier it is to become Super.
Apparently.
So wait. You
How
have to
the
have.
fuck does that work?
Which makes no sense. Which makes no sense because Pan never goes Super Saiyan.
Wait. So you're saying the blood has to be super low or high?
Apparently.
According to how the writers pull this shit out of their ass. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull a Ted/Lewis moment, but you should be dead if you're having low blood count.
No,
We're talking about heritage.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I blanked out there. I heard blood something. Sorry.
Well, speaking of, was there ever a female Super Saiyan in the series?
No.
No.
Pan was originally going to in GT, but Toriyama couldn't figure out a way to draw her.
What the hell?
So he just said, screw it.
What the hell's so hard with just making her hair gold?
What the hell's so hard drawing a girl's body?
No, he couldn't draw her hair spiky.
I thought she was pretty badass.
Which is weird considering he managed to draw Trunks Super Saiyan, but...
Hold on, I'm gonna... well, hold on. Apparently they have one for Dragon Ball Online.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Online is a online-based game that's more in canon than GT is.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see... It's just,
It still doesn't make any sense.
I'm just trying to see what it looks like on online on it though. It's not like as super huge as Goku or anything, but it's just it's just kind of spiky and gold. Not that hard.
It's not. It doesn't sound hard. Jeez.
GT literally was that series that I when I first watched.
Everyone only watched us because they're fans of Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, okay, let's finish this out.
Like,
and then when I rebought this, because I actually do own both seasons.
Yeah, I do too, because I had to complete the collection.
I had to complete the collection, and I watched them all, and by the end, I was like, wow, this is shit. Love the soundtrack. Say that again. Love that soundtrack.
It had a few elements that could have gone right, but didn't.
But everything else just falls flat in its face.
Yep.
So, to make up for that, they made Kai?
15 years later?
Yeah. And as we mentioned earlier, if you haven't experienced Dragon Balls, if you have any interest to begin with, I'd recommend starting from Kai. The original Dragon Ball Z's original run was like 292 episodes. Kai is only 100.
Damn.
Well, mind
so
you,
it's more than half of.
Mind you, it doesn't do Boo.
It doesn't do Boo. Well, actually, let me do a little.
Well, technically, they're doing Boo later now.
Wait, really? It's a different company, though, right?
Yes.
I hear only International is getting Boo.
Yes.
Japan's not doing it at all.
No.
They want to forget about it, apparently.
No, it's copyright because of the music, apparently.
Oh. Damn copyright.
All right, let me do a little math here because let me see. Cell Game Saga. La 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 la.
La la.
Here we go. All right, the Cell Saga in the original run ends in episode 194.
So it cuts it in half, more or less.
Kai is only 100. 94 episodes of pure filler.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I think some of it is worth it. Like Gohan and Piccolo training.
Mostly in the Saiyan Saga.
Yeah.
I don't miss the fake Namek shit.
No. Well, and I think one of the few filler episodes later is Future Trunks going back to his timeline and kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah.
After the cell, that's one of the most satisfying episodes in the series.
That did serve as decent closure, even though it made no fucking sense.
Yes.
But Yeah, I would recommend starting with Kai if you haven't already watched the series yet. I have to start getting I got to buy the season box sets of Kai now.
That's what I just got.
Why did they do that? They released Kai in parts.
That's why I didn't get the parts, because I knew they would be doing this eventually.
Money!
I know.
Lots and lots of money!
I bought it hook, line, and sinker. You buy you make a parts first, and after the parts are released, you release season. Don't do that!
That's why I didn't get the parts, Johnny.
Oh, well, I gotta see how much Dragon Ball Z Kai Blu-ray...
No, go to Right Stuff. It's on sale right now.
Right Stuff.
I don't plan on buying this anytime soon. I just want to get a general idea.
I got each for like $25.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here on Amazon. Except for season 3
Season
new
3's not out yet.
is no, yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Kai season 3.
Oh.
How many seasons are there of Kai?
4,
4? Oh.
more or less.
Yeah, that's something I'll need to consider later on when the money's right.
Yeah.
But we pretty much went on long enough with this. Any final thoughts, Ryan? Would you recommend a newbie into the anime world Dragon Ball Z? Like,
Well, as far as if you want to be an anime fan, it's pretty much required because it's one of the biggest ones.
yeah, I can agree with that.
I thought it was Cowboy Bebop, but okay.
Well, no, Cowboy Bebop is because it's so damn
Cowboy
good.
Bebop's considered one of the best ones. It's not one of the biggest ones.
Oh.
Or,
Yeah.
well, for anime fans.
Dragon Ball Z is just one of the most significant ones in history, so it's one of those kind of required watching.
Yeah, just for the sheer significance, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much on the same page.
Okay.
But and to generalize
Because
here,
if you watch Dragon Ball, you never need to read a Shonen Jump series again. except
What
for
about
maybe,
One Piece?
Except for maybe One Piece.
Or what about Fairy Tail?
Fairy Tail is in Shonen Jump.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
It looks like the style, but it's not it.
Yes.
That was my first thought. It's like, is it the same guy that did One Piece?
If you watch Dragon Ball, you don't need to watch Bleach or Naruto.
Thank God. In that case, I will watch Dragon Ball Z because I don't like Naruto one bit.
I like that show, Bleach. I like that show when it was called Yu Yu Hakusho.
So-
And I like that show when it was called
Dragon
Dragon Ball
Ball
I'll
Z.
see. Jesus.
as even though as I get older and the quality has obviously diminished a bit for me, I have a lot of memories of Dragon Ball Z, and you know, and I'm very grateful for those memories because Dragon Ball Z supplied hours and hours of entertainment for me.
You too.
Plus the anime series, they give you the video games. And by then I mean Budokai 3.
Well, just Budokai in general.
Well, Budokai
Three's-
story, but Budokai 3.
Well, 2 is still a decent game. It was a good game until 3 came out. And then it immediately became worthless. But
Yeah. It is. But in fact, I actually think that the Budokai HD collection that came out only has Budokai 1 and 3. It completely skips on 2.
because there's no point to 2 with 3. What was with that board game thing in 2 anyway?
What was with the music?
Is
Listen
it
to
bad?
No. The music is great. It's just that when you hear the first stage's board music, you're thinking it's Saturday Night Live, starring Goku, Vegeta,
Nope.
Gohan,
Nappa.
featuring Cell, Frieza, and the Saturday Night Live band.
Oh my God.
I'm serious. Listen to I think the name of the song is "There's Only So Much Oil in the Ground." That's the name of the song. It's a long title, but that's the name of the song.
That's the weirdest title for a song I've ever heard.
Hey, it
Yeah.
was time to speed up.
And you will immediately think Saturday Night Live when you hear. But yeah, Dragon Ball. It was a great time as a child, and I don't regret buying all the seasons for it because
With Kai, no.
yeah,
Unless you become a really hardcore fan of it and just want to get the original experience.
yeah. Well, I'm getting Kai anyway because even though I already own all the season box sets.
Me too. Well, technically, you don't need the box sets. You can get the Dragon boxes.
Was that that was the first release, the initial
No,
release?
it's another release.
Well, I never heard of Dragon Box.
But no, I mean, I'm a huge enough fan that I have all the manga. I have all the on DVD.
I think I'm going to start buying the manga set soon.
Get the Viz Big. The individual
Stick me
volumes
something
are
to
hard to get.
shitter.
What?
Just to give me something to read while I'm on the shitter.
Yeah.
That's where I keep on at next to the bathroom.
The Dragon Ball manga is better than the Z manga, I find.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, yeah, because I mentioned earlier that when I bought the mega pack, that
The Viz Big, yeah.
yeah, I ended up liking what I was reading. It's a very nice read.
So yeah.
Ted, final thoughts?
I really have very little to say when it comes to Dragon Ball. I really only know what pop culture knows, but I don't know. People like it, so you'll probably like it, I guess.
Yeah.
Abridged is funny.
Can you classify it as a thing?
It's a thing.
Very good. Amanda, that's your kill.
Any thoughts?
I like to whisper too.
I'm sorry, I dozed off there. Final thoughts. Abridged.
Quack.
How
Just
much stick?
hey, Vegeta, look, a Pokemon. I'm gonna catch it. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm Chaozu.
Hey, guys! Guess what I get to eat at a Mexican place? Fajitas.
Boo.
I love that. The Bridge series is such a great show. I really do.
Yeah.
The best The Bridge series I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Comes.
Fuck!
Is that it?
Yes.
Yes.
I like to think so.
Okay.
All right, so see you guys all later.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Bye.
That was the most straightforward ending to a part we've ever done.